This is Wolfdan 808 channel. We are continuing our L5R game of A Night of a Thousand Screams. I have my players with me, Kyle, Phil, and Andrew. We're going to just jump right into it. Everybody's tired, wanting to get this game rolling. Last we left off, our intrepid heroes came to the Hamamoto of the Doji, i.e. the representation of the crane in the city. They came to his house because they thought this is where the swords were. When they arrived at the house, they got tired, as if some spell, Oni, or spell covered them, and they ended up falling asleep. When they awoke, the Oni was searching the house for possibly these blades. They dealt with some of the minor Oni, the pustules off its back, and now the Oni has fled after giving the Emerald Magistrate a threat. The household is starting to wake up as our players continue this game, and we will start from there. You guys find yourselves in the main quarters of the Hamamoto, Doji Sumitsu's main quarters. The Oni has fled, and you hear noise coming from the rest of the house. It appears that the rest of the household guard and employees, possibly the Lord himself if he's around, are starting to awake. What do you want to do? There is blood everywhere in this room. It looks like one of the maids had been sliced open by the minor Onis. Spewed festival trinkets are everywhere. Masks, costumes, fireworks are spewed about.
I will check on the magistrate.
You head back to the inner area where the guard was, and you notice that the Emerald Magistrate is sitting up. Not the Emerald Magistrate, but the Oroku, the Crane Magistrate, is waking up, and the guard next to him is waking up, and he looks shocked when he sees you, not really seeing you coming out of the shadows, thinking that something's there, and he kind of pulls out to his sword, and as you walk into the light and your topaz armor shines, he recognizes you. Emerald Magistrate's son, and he kind of looks at Oroku, and he kind of looks open in the doorway that you're coming through, and he doesn't say anything. He looks pale, though. You know that he failed in his duties, and that's going to be the first thing that comes through his thought, that the house is in shambles, and he was sleeping.
Now, that's the guard, correct? The magistrate, he hasn't said anything.
Magistrate kind of, what happened, Pachi-san?
The owner returned, and unfortunately, it seems he has gotten a hold of that sword.
You see Oroku kind of jump up and kind of look around. The guard stands up with him. We must make sure the Lord is okay. And he kind of looks like he's going to try to get past you to go further into the house.
All right, let's go. I'll accompany you.
Okay, as you guys are doing that, what are you doing? We'll go to the lion since you're the next one on my screen.
I guess I'm going to finally come out from behind the wall here. I did not actually do that to be a coward. I did that because I was trying to be courteous to the combat monsters. But anyway, so I'm going to immediately, the first thing that's going to strike me here, have we actually seen the Lord of the House yet?
Nope. Before you fell unconscious and woke up to the sounds of the Oni and his minions, you only seen some of the staff, i.e. the guardsmen, okay, maybe some of the Edda, and possibly some of his distant cousins, maybe related to him, and some of the maids. And the maids have been, at least two of them have been eviscerated.
Can I go ahead and roll my etiquette out here to see if I can figure out whether or not this is puzzle out whether or not this is something that would be normal for a crane? I'd even do it at a penalty or at a raise penalty if I need to, because this is out of the normal.
You can go ahead and make your roll.
6K.
And I'll give you the chart number since it's going to be, for this, just 20 is fine.
Is a 48 going to do it? Okay.
Yes, it will. At this time, most people would be preparing for the Bond Festival. Again, this festival is going to last all through the night.
Yeah.
Something had pulled him away. You probably just kind of observing what's going on is not his. You also haven't noticed his Yojimbo, and you would have probably recognized him by his armor and that he would be with the Lord. You haven't done that, or his probably guard that are his personal guard. So he is not in residence, you think, as you're kind of walking about, seeing Emerald Magistrate and the other magistrate kind of looking around too.
I'm gonna raise the point that the Lord of the Manor not being home at this time of night, when the rest of his household is here, including his servants, something doesn't seem right. And I'm going to ask the Emerald Magistrate if he's noticed anything else that seems odd.
Notice. Now I'm following the crane. You're walking with us.
I'm going to walk up to you at this point. Yeah. And
So,
ask if you've noticed anything else that seems out of place or strange besides the fact that the Lord of the Manor is not here.
Well, besides, oh, now that you mention it, I did see something you didn't see. I saw a man, and I'll describe this monk to him and the tattoos in vivid detail.
I'm going to posit something here. I'm gonna look dead at you, and I'm gonna say, Magistrate son, is it possible he's one of the fabled tattooed monks?
Well, I definitely think he is a tattooed monk.
And I'm gonna leave it kind of open, where I'm kind of accusing the dragon without accusing the dragon.
I attempted to make an attack at him as he tried to flee. I failed. However, he told me in passing, before I succumbed to the same sleep that you two succumbed to, that things were not as they seem.
And from that, we'll go to Phil while you guys are talking. What are you doing at this time?
I would be walking with the mineral. I would be walking with the Emerald Magistrate, keeping a close proximity to Oroku, and I would be following them, keeping silent. My leg is quite damaged. My arm is probably the sutures have come undone. I'm looking a little worse for wear, just hobbling along, barely able to keep it together. I'm probably very quiet.
Sounds good. You guys are talking and going about, and you see the household is starting to rise, and the servants are putting together the house. They're trying to establish order. And a few moments pass, and then you hear barging, and you hear almost the heavy footsteps of folks coming, and bursting through the door that you're kind of in that main courtyard area where he'd probably host guests and whatnot, large parties, and in walks 4 samurai. At the head of them, I need, we will go lore, crane if you have it, or we'll do Harold. Bushido might help you at a higher TN.
Okay, well, that's about all I've got that's gonna work here.
I'll roll Sage.
Of course you will. I got a 26 on that one. It's not as great.
I got a 21.
I have lore heraldry. Would that work?
That will work perfectly at a very low TN. So roll that, Posey, and then we'll go around and see who got what.
Okay, sure.
Lion, you didn't get high enough on your Bushido to kind of realize it. You know that he's Crane by what he looks like, but you don't know who's who as these 4 individuals kind of stormed inside. What'd you get there, Posey?
I have 17.
Okay, and you there, Crab?
I got 21 our lore heraldry.
Okay, you both get this. The man in forward is Sumatsu, Doji Sumatsu, the Hamamoto of the crane here. Behind him, off to his side now, Sumatsu is probably a very portly man, probably a retired, full-on samurai. He's not retired. He's still head of his house, and he's still in good spirits. He's like John Wayne. He's up and old, but he'll still kick your butt. But behind him is 3 young men, almost brothers, wearing the same. You've got 2 Kakita and a Daidoji with him. And they walk in, and the first thing he does is they all stop and put their hands towards their weapons. What is the meaning of this? Sumatsu says, and you recognize who he is. Now again, he's got the tall hat. Think of you've probably seen those Asian or those old Shawn Brothers movies with the tall hat and the
It
court.
looks like the Tao priest hat.
There you go. And that's what he's wearing. He's wearing immaculate robes. These guys are fully dressed. And it looks like he's got some manuscripts or scrolls in his hands, and he was talking with him until he found out what was happening in his home. What is the meaning of this?
I will step forward and give a little bit of a bow, make sure that my topaz armor is plainly visible, and I'll say, pardon me, Samatsu-sama. We were led here trying to foil the attack of Anoni.
You see that his men the fear kind of glances into their eyes as you mention the word Oni. And he just stares at you.
I will
in my home.
I'll with my hands like gesture to the crane magistrate and like kind of inviting him into the conversation, and I'll say, I was led to believe it was a matter of great importance and one of haste. It seems the Oni was after an heirloom.
Oroku steps forward as you kind of give him that opening, but before he can, the guard that you guys all noticed, first off, when you walked in, rushes before Samatsu, falls upon his knees, slams his head upon the ground, and says, "My lord, grant me the honor of seppuku. I failed in my duties to protect this home. I had fallen asleep." And you just see the lord his hand clenches his katana, and the others look disdainfully at him. And he just waits. He doesn't look at you guys. All his attention is at that guard before him, and Oroku is not going to say anything at this time. He waits.
I'm going to see if he's got the gumption to make this dude commit seppuku. I'm going to watch.
He goes, again, he pulls out. No, Nagatai. If what this magistrate says to us, and Oroku is able to verify. Again, his blade is probably 3 inches out, and he's holding it because he's looking at the carnage that's happened. His doorway to his home that the lion opened up, and the dead, bloody mess that's in there, and his stuff. Says no. Matsu was the cause of fear of this Oni. Again, he's kind of embarrassing himself a little bit, and he has dishonored himself by mentioning this, but it's going to be up to you guys if you throw it at him or bring it up. Again, ignoring dishonor or bringing it forward are things that you guys can do. But again, higher station, he does outrank you, Emerald Magistrate. But the old man then turns, sheathing his weapon, again, just as if he's driving it into the heart of his enemy. And he looks at you. You are Kampachi, Hida Kampachi, son, correct? The Emerald Magistrate for our city?
Hi. And I'll give him a deep bow.
He bows back. And, Lion, where are you in the midst of all this?
I shouldn't be standing too far away from the Emerald Magistrate because I was just talking to him.
Okay, and the crane's right there next to him. Uroku is there as well. And you just notice kind of like the ice witch from Frozen. Kind of, he just glanced at you guys all, and he stops at the lion for a moment. I need to make a roll. How knowledgeable is this old part?
See if he actually knows what my history is.
Yeah, because he might.
He's got the right contacts, he might.
You were gossipy enough, so let us roll.
Not just that, he also might have the contacts to know what I'm doing here. So
he stops. He doesn't say anything. He just looks at you and again just brushes you away. He turns to the other crane. It appears that this battle must have caused you to, and he kind of looks at your secondhand robes with no mon and everything else. You have suffered greatly, kinsman. And then he calls out, Ushi! And in walks one of the old ladies that you guys had helped, one of the old nannies, and says, see to his wounds. She bows very low, and she gestures you to follow her there, Kakita.
I bow at Samatsu-sama, and then I will follow the old lady.
Okay, I need to make a roll for you real quick too because of your exploits for the previous day or so. How
Okay.
far did it get back to him? But I think you're good. I think you're good. Ooh. What's your first name there, Posey?
Kiku. Kiku Kosa of Kikata?
You're Kikita.
Yeah,
Kikita Kiku. He says very slowly, "Welcome to my home." And as you walk out with the nanny, he then turns and addresses the others. He says he throws a bag to one of his men who follows the nanny and the Kikita. He turns to two of you. I cannot help enough, but please, I welcome you to my home. Please come. Thank you for your assistance. Your assistance requires reward. Please accept the hospitality of my home and allow me to give you this gift. Then he commands one of the men that were with him, and now you notice that they're carrying black silken bags, probably the size of bread baskets. And that was one of them was given to probably another subordinate to rush off after the crane. But he presents you, Lion, and you, Crab, with these gifts.
I'll 3 times deny him before I accept.
I'm not about to break my virtue there, and I will follow standard procedure 3 times, and then I have to take it.
Very good. And he does ask you, but he's kind of getting blunt. But after you show proper protocol, he does smile. Says, "Come, let us retire to the antechamber. Your compatriot will be handled well." What he hands you, what's your honor there, Lion?
It's almost 8. It's 7.8.
Okay.
7.9, I'm sorry.
And you, Crab, what's your honor at?
It is 7. 1 sec here. I'll tell you exactly how many points. It's 7. I have to check my other sheet for the tick.
Not a problem. So what he gives to you, Lion, and you can write this down, these are Sugarashi. These are one-use magic items depending on what they do. Some have like 3 times of use. Once they're used, they're gone. So what he hands you is a black fan. It is obsidian in all aspects. And then what, out of game knowledge, you'll know, and I'll just out of game knowledge, what this does is it allows you to roll 2 dice and add that to the result of any honor check that you have. The listener, when you use this fan during any time, is struck with awe and respect for the user.
Is it 2K0 or 2K2?
2 dice, 2K2. And with this, you also gain 1 free raise towards oratory, command, or sincerity. But once it is used, it will disintegrate upon itself.
It was 1 free raise to oratory. What were the other 2?
Command and sincerity.
Got that in there. Awesome. That'll be fun.
And then for you, Emerald Magistrate, he reaches in and he pulls out a small figurine. And as you open it in your hand, it is in the shape of jade. As your big hands open up, it is a jade sun. And he tells you this item is blessed by Lady Sun herself. Amamatsu resides within. Not only does it summon her light, but it is said that it has the power to restore a lost soul to the merciful graces of Amamatsu. Treat it well.
I shall cherish it.
He bows again to you. We'll cut there, and as Kikita is being sat down and nursed by this old, she must be in her late 70s, but her hands are strict and not shaking, and she's like sewing you up. She's done really well. She cannot restore healing, but while she's working with you, one of the Yojimbos of Sumatsu comes in and says, Kikita-san, my lord wishes to offer his hospitality and the gift for what you have done. Please accept this. And he bows low, offering you something.
I will follow proper protocol and refuse thrice.
Okay. And as your hands open upon the gift after your refusal, the man bows again very low and leaves. Again, you are being stitched up and taken care of. The gift that you get is a band, an armband, or a silk band, if you wish, however you wish to put it on, with the symbol of Betnu. And it looks like Bushimon is there as well. And they seem to be interwoven. And what you'll realize as you got this, and the old lady tells you, I'll just say she tells you because she wants you to know, is if you wear this until it is removed or until you die, the wounds that you suffer will not penalize you. Metagame, put this on until it is severed or you die. The wounds that you are not suffered, you will not suffer the penalty to your wounds. Though there is a limit, and she doesn't know that, i.e. she didn't make her roll.
Okay, I need to make a roll here.
If you've got Sekenja lore, yes, you can make a roll. Or if you've got, I'll give you your heraldry roll at a very high number if you want to try that. You notice what they gave you was it is a magical item. It's called a, what did I say? It was Senguri, but it's also called an Asahina fetish. The Asahina make fetishes to give to people or themselves, healing, different things. And the Asahina are part of your clan, they're family of your clan, but they are pacifists and healers. So go ahead if you want to make your roll. It's going to be a high number.
Okay, here we go. I'm on an 18. I guess that didn't.
You didn't get it, so you're thinking once you put this on, you don't know how long it'll work. You could be in the middle of doing something very dangerous and heroic, and all of a sudden everything gets shot back to you and you suffer the wounds. But while it's working, you will not feel any pain.
Something to bind my wounds. Let me keep it secret. Let me keep it safe. And I will tuck it into my robes and hold on to an appropriate time.
Okay. So as the house is getting ready and you're getting stitched up, and Sumatsu's got you guys in his parlor getting everything going, about an hour passes, or I won't give you that long. About a half hour passes before cleanup while you guys are making nice. During that time, Crane, you receive medicine and different things. So your penalty is cut in half for the next hour.
Oh, nice.
You're suffering wounds, but you're not suffering the massive penalty. Your mind is clear. Your aches aren't bothering you as much. And you think you've been laced with opium, medical opium.
Nice. So I'm at a hurt instead of crippled.
Oh, you still have the wounds. He didn't heal you. It's just you're
Oh.
not suffering the penalty of your wounds.
Oh, okay.
So you're good to go. Yeah, the penalty is halved, i.e. you're drugged up. But
Okay, then
your
I'm at
mind
a
is
penalty
clear.
10.
Yeah, your penalty 10. Your mind is clear. Sumatsu greets you and introduces you all, makes introductions. His wife has been on holiday. And an old man walks in, very slowly walks up to everybody, and you see Sumatsu kind of shake his head a little bit and says, I wish to introduce everyone to my father, Doji Rukaru. Think of the crazy old guy from Family Guy that's always hitting on the son. Hello, kind of look. missing a bunch of teeth. He's got all the liver spots on his face and his head, and he's missing a lot of hair, but he's well dressed. And he kind of walks in and, hello, do you play Go? He'll ask everyone.
I actually do play Go, and if he is offering a game, I will gladly go with that. No pun intended.
Yes,
No,
Goji-san. I play Go.
I play shogi.
Shogi is not a good game for this. No, not a good game indeed. You, cat, a koto are you? You come and sit with me. And he kind of points to a Go table that's kind of off to the side. You're still within the group if you want to join the conversation of the others, but you're kind of off to the side. And he skips and hops over. He says, yes, I will play with you.
I will gladly sit down and play with him because I like playing Go.
Okay, so as the game begins to go, we will cut there as you guys begin. And Samachi sits down and he's looking at his father, and his father kind of acts like a toddler and is pulling out the pieces and is setting up the game. But Samachi kind of turns to the others, and so tell me, as he drinks his teas, what brought you to my home?
My eyes will dart over to Kakita's and then back to the doji, and I'll say, we came here specifically for a sword that was found by the Crablands and the Shadowlands, an heirloom.
Oroku says, my lord, it is Daidoji's sword, Miro's. He was one of the ones that died at the inn this evening that I was investigating. The Lord goes, nods, and did you find this blade? He looks at you, Emerald Magistrate Kita.
I will glance fucking seppuku eyes at the Kakita and then look back to him and say, I'm afraid we were not able to protect it, and that falls on me. I have to accept responsibility for that. Sorry. Hi. And I'll give him a bow of shame.
He kind of waves it off a little bit and says, you were doing your duty. It is all one can do. And he just thinking to himself, it's funny. The reason that I was called away, Oroku, I was looking for you. It seemed a job more suited to a magistrate than a Hamimoto, but in your absence I was forced to accept such duty. You see, one of the unicorn warehouses in the merchant quarters was attacked just recently, and all their trade stock was destroyed. Shaking his head. It's a bitter day when criminals of this city must take to robbing party favors for a bond festival. Don't you agree, Kikita?
Yes.
Now,
just nodding.
Is that warehouse, Clay, the warehouse that we found on that bandit? Like the information from on that bandit?
No, the information you found was for a Shishiro warehouse. This is a Shinjo unicorn warehouse that was attacked.
What would I think was being held at the warehouse?
By what the Hamimoto just said, is it was party favors for the Bond Festival. And go ahead and give me a history roll.
Well, what I was suspecting though specifically, Clay, was because I'm investigating opium. Does that warehouse have ties with the Shoshiro's opium trade?
Never mind the roll. You got it. Your uncle, the Ide, who is the head of the unicorn in the city, that man that owns that warehouse works for him. It's another unicorn. It's full-on samurai who owns the warehouse, and his son, an older man that should have been retired years ago. He's a belligerent dude, but they're actually in the opium, i.e. medical opium, not the illegal stuff. But you were investigating that, and your investigation kind of didn't dry up, but you were battling between them and the Shishiro family, the governess.
Yeah, so okay, mark it on your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening. Slowly, clumsily, like I've never done it before in my life. I pull out a fan and I open it in front of my face and I say, "From what I hear, the Shoshiro and the Unicorn are in this opium trade together, and that's one of the warehouses where they store the medical opium."
Yamamoto looks at you and says, well, I wouldn't hold it against them. Again, opium's a big trade of the city. Even the doji try to get into the market. Haven't done so well. The unicorn and the scorpion keep us out. But he goes, you saying that, what's stranger still is the criminals went to all the trouble of breaking into this building, tearing open all the crates, but they didn't steal anything. Funny, if it was opium there, they should have ransacked it or stole something. Might be something to look into, Uruku bows. It may be tied into what we're looking into now, Doji-sama.
Now, the Shoshiro warehouse I have, Clay, do I suspect that's an opium location as well?
It's a possibility.
So I'll posit this. I'll say, Tsumatsu-sama, if I may. In my investigation tonight, I have found that one of these bandits that we fought with and was going to apprehend but ultimately killed had information on a Shoshiro warehouse. If that Shoshiro warehouse also has opium, we have a commonality between these two targets. It could be that these bandits or whoever is doing this is specifically going after places that have the opium.
But what would opium, and kind of breathes a little bit, but what would opium have to do with the incidents that have occurred tonight? With what you and Uruku and the lion, I assume he's involved as well, have been dealing with? Party favors and opium. It's very strange.
I do not know, frankly, if the two incidents are connected. It may very well be that these are crimes of opportunity.
It is possible, but there's also, and he kind of pulls out a scroll and says, I deal with both. We deal greatly with the unicorn, and that's why I was assisting. And the only thing, the commonality, besides the opium, if that is the idea you are saying, that we have is the costumes and specifically the mask is the trade that we are running for this fun festival. Now, if opium is a part of it, this is a much bigger crime to involve the darkness.
Well, there's something else that's been bothering me too, and perhaps you could weigh in on this, Kokita. And I'll turn to you, Posey, and I'll say, why would the bandits specifically attack that mortuary, or I forget what you called it, Clay. It wasn't a mortuary where they were holding the bodies.
Crematorium?
The crematorium. Why would the bandits attack the crematorium? It doesn't make sense in the wake of their other actions. We might be looking at this all wrong. Maybe they went in there to deface or hide evidence on a body that had recently entered it. Maybe it wasn't a crime of obscenity, but it was a crime to cover up tracks that they didn't want us to expose in our investigation.
Hmm.
And with that, we will take a slight cut over to the lion. Think about your guys' response. And go ahead, and if you've got go ahead and roll your go. But the old man is sitting before you, and instead of sitting delicately with his legs crossed, before him or kneeling, he's kind of spread open, kind of spread eagle sitting there. He's got his bony hands out. Again, his kimono's raised above his arms, and he's playing go with you. He set it up. Go now. We play.
I'm going to sit down, and I rolled a 35, Clay. So I'm playing, no matter whether or not he beats me, I'm playing a very competent game. So I'm going to start off playing like I'm completely incompetent at this. and hopefully be able to lure him into losing by making the numerous stupid mistakes early. Addition by, I'm not an extreme aggressor. That's for sure. So as we're sitting there, he's kind of hoping that he's as talkative during this circumstance as I am.
For your first roll, you succeed, and you guys are playing a good game. And it looks like to the other table, it looks like two idiots playing though, because the lion is playing as if he doesn't know, and the old man just seems to be dropping them at random. And as you talk, he says, "So you are a koto. How are the lion lands?"
Oh, this will be fun. I'm gonna have to roll sincerity to kind of lie to the poor bastard.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to tell him that the lion lands are perfectly fine, but I really don't know that well. I rolled a 24.
Ah, you have not been there in a while. Oh, I see. He just blatantly caught you and
Yes.
pointed it out. He goes, "Well, that is fine. That is fine. I walked through there many of times." The other two realize that Sumatsu's kind of just looking at his father more as his father seems to get in one of his moods.
Yep.
On the last, what was your go roll?
It was a 35.
What's? Give me one more.
Here, let me get you a new one. Hang on a second.
And you need a number of 40 in order to realize as you're playing what's going on.
No, 25.
25. That's enough to get this. As you're playing, it seems that the old man is continuing to talk. Yes, about lion lands.
Mm-hmm.
And with your sincerity roll, even though you lied in what's going on, is you're picking up that he knows things. That he might not just be an old crazy, but he's picking things specifically about you. He's talking about the weather around Akoto Castle. He's talking about a brother that worked out and looked out for him. He's relating it to his own stories, but he's talking about you. And then at the end, you realize that you have a chance of winning, and you realize the move. The other two can make go checks if they want, or they can give me a high awareness roll.
Did they notice what's going on with this game?
As you guys are talking back and forth, this has all happened simultaneously with what your discussion is, but this is what you might see. And you can roll one more time there, Akoto.
Just here.
Tell me what you get.
Ooh, no, I got a 10.
Yeah, I got a 19. I rolled like trash right there. That was bad.
Okay, what'd you get, Phil?
I got a 24.
Okay, you all get it. You realize that the old man has led Akoto, basically led Akoto into playing a move. It's called the Tattooed Friend. And what this means is it requires someone to trust that the opponent, which Akoto is trying to do, will outsmart himself and give him the win. Akoto's got the win. But the old man geared it. Akoto doesn't realize this because of the angle of which he's playing, and he's starting to pick it up a little bit. He sees that the Tattooed Friend, he knows he can win, but he doesn't know the old man led him to it. Ah, you are a very good player. Very good, very good. You play well. We should play again. Yes, but not now. Later. Not now. Much later.
I'm very happy to play Go at any time.
As you speak, he interrupts you with dishonor. No. You have no time at all. Too much for samurai to do. This night is very dark. And he kind of looks at the other two and his son. Very dark indeed.
As I stand up from the at this point, I'm imagining I'm probably pretty close to the fold of lotus there where I'm sitting, but I'm going to stand up and I'm going to give him a really deep bow. Not as deep as I would give a magistrate, but one definitely befitting somebody of his advanced age and station.
As you do that, he kind of leans across the go board and think of a monkey kind of looking up. He twists his neck to look at you as you bow and says, "Ah, yes, you win the game. You should have a prize. wait, I have one. And he fumbles into his obi. And it looks like he's, you know how people pretend like they're kissing someone, and he's doing that with himself, and that's what others are seeing. It's kind of gross. This old man with his little starts kissing himself, and he reaches into his obi and he pulls out an hourglass. He puts it on the go table. You win prize, yes you do. Found this outside the house. You win it. You win it. You keep it. Be careful. Don't sleep. Your life away.
I'm gonna push it back towards him and tell him that winning a game of Go, it doesn't require a prize. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to deny it 3 times before I take it.
You denied the second time, and he goes, "Oh, wish it. I think he wishes," and he throws it at the Emerald Magistrate, underhanded. Do you catch it?
I do catch it, and as I grab it, I say, "Thank you. I believe this is a piece of evidence."
And as you touch it, your hands touch those grains, and they kind of whiff over and hit the line a little bit because he gets a few of those as well. And as they touch you, your body feels that strange weariness hit it, and then it slowly goes away.
Which brings me to another point, Doji Samatsu. There was a man here when we got here, inside your house. I would like to describe him to you. Perhaps you know who he is. And I want to describe the monk once again.
The Emerald Magistrate. Perhaps if given provisions, I could depict this monk that we saw. So it could be circulated.
Sumatsu says, if you are of nature, go ahead. Bring forth ink, quill. They bring what you want, and you were able to draw if you so wish. You can make your artistry roll. And as you describe it and you're drawing it, Sumatsu and even Uruku says, a Tagashi monk? Why would the dragon be involved?
Indeed, and from the way the dragon spoke, he acted as if there was some fundamental misunderstanding of the events that were going on tonight. He said things were not as they seemed. He spared our lives, though, after knocking us out.
I had a 33 on the roll.
You draw a beautiful portrait of this man per his description.
I make my mark on the paper and I hand it over to was it Sama to Sama?
Samatsu?
Yeah, thank you.
Samatsu. Yeah, it's Doji Samatsu. He takes it, he looks at it, nods. And he says, we will be on the lookout, but again, and he kind of looks at you, Emerald Magistrate, and doesn't say anything. And he kind of passes the scroll over to you. There's more work for the magistrates to deal with.
Indeed, I'm going to be busy tonight.
Yes, it seems that you will. Uruku is also going to be finishing up his work with you as well, because the more hands, the better. You know that there is going to be the parade during the hour of the goat. You know that's between 2 and 4 a.m., which basically the city gets together and there's this big-ass parade that walks through the city. You know, people will be enjoying the festivities, the celebrations. They're going to be wearing the mask. And I have that if you do not have it to participate. I will, I gift you masks and costumes from my personal stock.
As he's saying that, Clay, I want to take out the ledger for the Shashira warehouse. Did they have stuff for the party as well?
Yes, they do. They have fireworks, masks, and costumes.
So, I mean, it would be like fairly simple to deduce, just even removing the opium angle, that this parade would be like prime time for a terrorist attack, with these guys disguising themselves.
Yep. And with what you rolled, do you think somehow swords are involved and possibly the masks? You know, there's something, these costumes, these masks, all three have that same thing you're able to teach without even rolling. Costumes, the mask, fireworks. Opium is a tie-in, and but the blades don't tie in. That's the crane thing. But again, the Oni blades mask, you think it could possibly be a huge terrorist thing?
Okay, I'll say Yes, thank you. I would very much like that. And one question though, Sumatsu. Do you know of anybody recently who would have died of note that would have been in the crematorium? Somebody that's somehow connected to that sword.
Don't know much on that sword. If Haruku says that Daidoji's bragging about it and he thinks about it, yeah, he was. In his cups, he spoke, and during his conversations with my men, he bragged about his prowess. The crab, again, there was no one to claim it, and he claimed the prize. There was no family for that blade. So he took it, and we honored him with it. Now, if that has something to tie in with the events that happened in my home and at the inn, then I know that's your primary duty. But he just shakes his head.
Now, when did the, just to get this straight, because there's a lot going on here. This is like a lot of stuff. It's starting to blur together. The crab that the sword belongs to. When did he die? Did he just die tonight?
No, it was in the possession of a crane. One of the if you put
Oh, I'm
everything
sorry.
together, you
I'm
think
sorry.
the
I thought
queen.
you said I thought you said crab. My bad.
No, crane. The Daidoji is the one that owned the sword. He was with the three merchants that you guys were at your inn when you guys came together to have the night meal. He was the one that died, and he took him. And the blades went to the embassy, and the bodies went to the crematorium.
The blades went to the embassy. The bodies went to the crematorium. And how many days ago was that?
It just happened today.
It just
It's been an
happened.
hour since those people died.
Wait a second. The Oh man, I'm fucking lost, dude. This is way too much info. I'm in fucking La La Land.
Go ahead and give me if you have battle, I'll give you intelligence battle roll. You could use history, or you could just give me a straight intelligence roll if you don't have either of those.
You can also, because history is a lore, you could always do that as a sage, man.
It's so wait, where exactly did the crane die that the sword belonged to?
He was at the inn that you guys were. You can
It was
remember.
the very first with the Oni, like
Correct.
the first Oni attack.
Yoko invited everyone to dinner. As you guys entered, those three crane merchants were having dinner. They were slaughtered by the Oni.
So between the time that happened, the body of the crane went to the crematorium. The crematorium was immediately attacked. The blade went to the emissary, and then the Oni doubled back to take the blade.
If you imagine those effects, then yes, because what happens is if there's someone to represent, i.e., the Thunder Guard or a family member, someone to take possession of your dashios, that is your soul. So in the Edda, the Thunder Guard, they were clearing up the mess at the inn. The dashios of those crane were given to the nearest family, and who not but to represent the embassy, the Doji Samitsu, it would go to him, so that he could deliver them to the fallen's family, because he's the highest representative. So he would make sure that they were delivered. The blades would be delivered. So yes, the bodies went to the crematorium, blades went to him, and any other personal items that they could identify that the family may want.
Okay, so, and what was that crane's name? The crane that the blade belonged to?
Akitoin.
Akitoin?
Akitoin, yeah.
Akitoin. Okay. So I'll say then to Sumatsu. So let me just quickly go over these order of events. The Oni attacks the inn. The crane that owns this blade, Akitoin, dies. His body is taken to the crematorium. His blade is given to you. Moments later, the crematorium is attacked, the body defiled beyond any recognition. Moments after that, or I should not say moments, but soon after that, your house is attacked by the very same Oni to take the blade.
That seems appropriate. This is Matsu. I am not a magistrate, and he looks at Haruku. Haruku pipes in and says, "It seems that there are parties involved in this. And by what you told me, excuse me, He kind of points to your side, and on your side is that pouch. A lot of players are involved, or there's possibly one or two. Bandits were paid by somebody of the crab. And he turns to his lord and says, Doji-sama, what we are discussing is magistrate business. But we want to include you, or I will include you because you are a victim of said thing, and your insight is always welcome. And he bows low while he's sitting. And Sumatsu kind of looks over at you, Emerald Magistrate, because you are the higher ranking official. Below him, but for law enforcement, I mean.
Right. So I'll say, so there are a few moving parts here. One, all these incidents are connected by this man, this single crane, and that connects the Oni. However, there are these other instances of some kind of looming terrorist attack where they're clearly trying to get their hands on disguises, fireworks, anything that can be used to create obfuscation, perhaps during this parade that you have mentioned. And then there's the monk, an outside factor that says that we are misunderstanding this entire chain of events that allowed the blade to be taken.
Or he took it in his own right. Why would he take it? If he has it. You said that he was carrying a katana of a blue saya. It could be one of ours. I do not know. The inventory has not come in of what was established.
So wait, it was a wakizashi that the little pustule dude took to the Oni? It wasn't the
Yes.
katana, correct?
Yeah, it was a wakizashi. The one that you saw in the monk's back was a katana with a blue saya, which is his handle.
Okay. And the Oni, okay, that's interesting. So perhaps there's still a chance that all is not lost then. If what the Oni was after was that blade, and the monk was able to intercept it and take it.
I believe your reasoning is sound. You must follow through with it. But like you were saying, another high point of this parade is going to be the globe of the sun goddess. It will be lit by the sun's own fire, bringing Amatsu's blessing to all citizens of Ryoku-Rori. It is a grand moment, my friends, and more than merely a symbol, he looks at you all. If the sun globe is not lit, then the sun will not look down on us with favor. Disfavor will run through the city for the next year. But why would anyone want to anger the sun?
Ooh. Now those items on the Shishiro manifest, you said they were fireworks. That's gaijin powder used in those fireworks, right? We're talking about gunpowder.
Possibly.
So a looming terrorist attack, it would be reasonable for me to assume if they're going to hit that Shishiro warehouse, they might be loading that orb with that powder and just fucking detonate the entire thing.
It is possible. But that will not happen for many hours.
Well, okay. There's a lot going on here. I need to rely on everybody, so I'll turn to you, Kakito, and I'll say, be blunt with me. Give me your opinion on the matter. What do you think should be the next step? What's the next course of action?
You should follow your instincts, and I will follow behind you. I think if people are going to blow this item up, then we should go to where the item's kept. Surely they're tampering with it now.
And what time is it right now, Clay?
It's like 7:30, almost 7:45. And again, remember, it won't happen until probably after 4 a.m.
Okay.
So you've got time to do what you're doing. If that's your course of action, you've got time to look into these other instances if you want, or check it out. But they won't bring it out since it is until the parade gets there. They don't like stage it and whatnot. You've been in the city long enough, and you all have been to different Bond festivals. They bring it out. The Shinto priests, different things come out. They make it a big ritual as the parade makes its way and arrives. They'll do their thing.
And if they have not made moves to tamper with it yet, we can spring a trap.
Okay. And what of you, Akodo?
So guys, pause button. My internet crashed on me, so I missed part of all of that.
Basically, I recapped everything that's going on, and
Yeah.
I broke it down into a few possible course of actions here. I
Okay.
implied it.
Okay.
We can go after the tattooed monk.
Mhm.
We can go investigate the Shishiro warehouse. We can go after the demon, or we can focus on the orb, which is going to be the center of the parade where we think the terrorist attack is going to take place.
The Akodo, being what he is going to suggest going after the orb because it has the biggest potential for the most casualties. And taking care of other people is his bag. So
Okay. So the orb is our focal point. However, it's still early in the night. We perhaps have time to do one other thing. And I would recommend, since the orb is the focal point, we focus on the Shishiro warehouse. If it's connected to the crane warehouse, then that means they'll need what's in it to use it for the terrorist attack.
Hey, Clay, can I hit a battle roll here to see if that makes any sense from a tactical standpoint?
Go ahead. What's up, Phil?
Emerald Magistrate, but one thing weighs heavy on my mind. The sleep of the monk. If the monk should come while we're investigating, what's to stop him from putting us all asleep again?
We have his toy. That is a direct response. Clay, I rolled a 29. Does that track to make him common sense?
With your 29, you were able to get the same thing that the Magistrate got.
That's fine. That's what I was thinking.
But this is what you got as well. Again, time. You got lots of time in between.
Yeah.
It appears with your battle roll as well, the Oni is still looking. Emerald Magistrate brought that up as well. The other tie-in that you guys got is that the crane and the unicorn all tie in with the scorpion by their manifest of masks, costumes, and fireworks. And that the unicorn warehouse was also attacked, but nothing taken.
Well, from a tactical standpoint, getting to the Shishiro warehouse, because they're apparently working with these guys, makes the most sense.
Yes, it does.
We're going to follow our instincts here.
So is that the consensus? You guys are going to head to the Shishiro warehouse?
Yeah. We are, but I am going to also do two other things. First thing, I need to contact a member of the fire guard, and I'm going to tell him that as the magistrate, that I am conscripting the fire guard services and that they are to be on guard on the parade around the time that the orb is going to be lit to put out massive fires.
Okay. Go ahead and give me we will do a...
Is that going to be a command?
I'm not going to let him command you. His authority will allow him to do that.
Okay.
But what I want you to do is give me a local knowledge roll. Local knowledge.
Would it be Lore Scorpion?
I'll give you that if you've got Lore Scorpion.
Am I rolling to know that they're gangsters?
No. Do you have? Actually, I will give you a phantom rank in law enforcement. Or what would I use? Now I'm having a brain fart. What I should use? What skill? What's that?
I've got Sage. So if it falls under lore, it'll be all the same for me.
Okay, then roll that then.
Okay.
God, you're
you get like one phantom rank. I forgot.
All right, I got 30.
Okay.
Stop rolling.
What fire watch are you going to use? Now, you know the Thunder Guard are the militia for the city under the Shishiro. And there are butt-ton of little gangs that do fire guard for... every clan's got a fire guard that does it for their area. And then there you've got the lesser gangs that do it for other areas. So give me an idea of what kind of gang you're going to grab.
What area? I would know this from doing the magistrate thing for as long as I've been here, but which gang controls the area with the orb?
That would be kind of in your noble religious district, kind of where that's at. And they are called the Ironheads.
Then it'll be the Ironheads that I attempt to conscript.
Are you going to take the time to do this? It's going to take about 15 minutes to send a runner and bring someone here and get things rolling. Are you going to take the time? You can. You think things have settled if you wish to do so.
I will not take the time to wait for them to come here. I'm going to send somebody and give them an order. If they don't do it, there will be absolute hell to pay.
Are you going to write it out then?
I will, yeah.
I will need a reflex calligraphy.
Okay.
And you have your chop on you, so you can have your chop. Go ahead, and give me your reflex calligraphy.
I've got one void. I'm going to spend the void to become trained in calligraphy.
Good call.
Get 1K1.
I'm going to use a luck roll.
Is it possible for us to have worse luck in this game?
Okay, that was a 28.
Okay, you write it nicely. All your orders are conveyed to what you've told me. And you actually, the doji will have one of his messengers deliver it to that area that you tell him. You have to tell him where to go, and he sends one of his guard out there to do it.
Oh yeah.
And then he thinks about it, and he sends about 4 others to go with him.
Excellent. And I will make sure that I thank Sumatsu for lending me his men.
And what was your other stipulation? You said you were going to do 2 things.
Okay. And then I will also give an order to a single Thunder Guard. I will ask him to watch the area with the orb and report any suspicious activity immediately to both Sumatsu, myself, and the Crane Magistrate.
It will be done. And he heads out. Before you guys go, Sumatsu turns to you, Kikita. He says,
Yes.
I cannot let one go I cannot let a clansman go the way you're going if this is to be as dangerous as it is. It appears that the Emerald Magistrate and our magistrate has conscripted you, Kikita. And he
Yes.
comes forth, and basically coming forth is you get re-equipped with a crane under kimono, and he'll give you light armor. It's uncomfortable a little bit, and it hurts against your wounds if you wear it, but it should protect you. And that he does while you guys are writing your letters and getting stuff going. Koda, what are you going to do while he does this?
First thing he's going to do is he's going to make sure everything is good and clean. He's going to. We should have the ritual blessed water here, shouldn't we? In the courtyard.
Yeah.
We should have the Lodi stone and all that stuff. I'm going to go to the blessed water and I'm going to pull my katana out and I'm going to pour it over the blade because I did ram it through that Oni earlier.
Not a problem. And cleansing rituals for those that attacked. The staff give you the full treatment, guys. Let me make a roll. Because I am a generous and giving storyteller or GM. 1 second. See what his wife can do. Tea ceremony. While you guys are drinking and go and all that good stuff. Let's see if I can get you anything. Something nice. You all get 1 void.
Oh, boy.
Whoa.
The time that you drank with the doji and his father, and the tea that you drank, you all get 1 void. But there's no jade inside. It's just a regular tea drink and tea ceremony that he provided to give you more rest. No healing, but you do get 1 void back. Your luck is returned because it's a new session, unless you've used it this session.
Woo.
And that is what you have. Any other things before you leave?
I'm ready to go to the Sashira warehouse.
Well, so am I. I mean, there's not much else I can do other than to drink the tea and try to prepare my body and my mind to get over there.
Can I have a personal aside with the Emerald Magistrate before we go?
You can pull him aside if you wish while Viakoto is preparing himself and cleaning up himself. You can. You're going to be wanting alone. It's up to you two. I will
just
keep myself.
Yeah, intermittent, like giving the orders to the Thunder Guard and requesting Samatsu's aid to deliver that stuff. I'll have a quick aside with you, kind of like walk over.
The lion doesn't know what we saw. When we came in and all the men were falling over, I saw the glowing throat of the monk. You saw it too. We pursued him. We saw the horror and damage that happened. If we don't find this man, I don't see how we could resist again.
Agreed. I think after we investigate the warehouse, if time permits, the monk should be the next thing.
What clues do we have in order to find him, Emerald Magistrate?
I, other than the connection to the body of the crane, nothing. But that
Does the
sword,
body of the crane have a residence here?
I believe it was one of the bodies that was defaced in the crematorium by the bandits.
Perhaps you know what's best. Let us make our way.
Hi. We'll worry about that after the warehouse. And I'll quickly make my way there if they are joining me.
Yes.
A little bit of movie magic, happens, and you guys are there. Question: how do you approach? Are you just approaching with full authority? Are you walking down the street? Are you taking your time when you get there? How are you approaching the warehouse?
I think
would
it would
ask-
be best.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'll go ahead.
I think it would be best if we use circumspection to enter this warehouse. We need to view it through all sides. If we truly suspect people are trying to break in and tamper with this item, there'll already be people around, perhaps looking, perhaps proceeding.
Okay,
What are your thoughts?
I'll take that advice, and I'll turn to the Akodo and I'll say, you are very skilled in the art of war. If you were going to attack this warehouse, how would you attack it?
At this point, because we don't know what's going on inside of it, I'm going to suggest that we do this. First off, loud and obnoxious is probably a terrible idea. So quietly exerting our authority may be smarter. Walking up to the door as the Emerald Magistrate and demanding access for an inspection, which you have the right to do at any time, will probably get us further than bringing swords out and chopping people apart.
Now, okay. So jumping back to the first episode that Phil played in of this, the Soshiro, at least I would suspect the Soshiro were peddling opium there, in that fucking cart, correct, Clay? Because they doubled back and collected the goods.
Illegal. But again, no evidence nor any witnesses have come forward. A lot of dead bodies have arose during your investigations.
Okay. Well, I think that it's. I think that
that's a long-term goal.
I'm going to. Okay. I'll say. I'll tell the Akodo. Yeah, I think I will waltz right on up there and do just that. But however, Kakita, do you want to use that time that I'm trying to make a front entry to scout it out?
Yes, I think it would be wise. You enter in, and I'll keep eyes on the vicinity and keep notes on the going ins and going outs. Particular of interest will be people who are suspicious. You
And
know how.
I intend to stay within striking distance of you, because if they try to exert their will against you and start stabbing you, you're going to need backup.
So I'm going to tell the Kakita is, if I am in for 30 seconds and nothing happens out here, come in with me or follow me.
That works for me. That totally works.
I think we have a plan.
We do.
So I will describe the scene of what's going on, and then the Kikita, I guess, will get placed. We'll go with that, and then we'll do the Emerald Magistrate and his lying companion. So the darkness is complete. The night has come, and the streets are lit by lanterns and the occasional fireworks exploding overhead. It is roughly, you think, a third past the hour of the dog. It's about 8:15. The warehouse that you guys are approaching is located near the river in the merchant district. It is far from celebrations, kind of on its own. Chiquita, as you approach, coming through different alleyways and whatnot, I imagine you've kind of broken away from the others if you're going on ahead. You see two Shishiro guards standing post between two double doors. This area is made out of thick wood. This warehouse is thick wood. The gate is made out of thick wood, but you think inside it's 2 stories, flat roof. On the second floor, you see the flickering of light in a second-story window, and you hear voices echoing through the building into the street, but can't discern what is being said. Where would you like to place yourself, and what would you like to do while you wait?
I would just have out a small piece of paper and a little something to write notes on. I would keep myself kind of in a street light, just on the edge, keeping to myself.
Okay, not a problem. Unless you tell me you're using stealth, I will just say you're kind of out of light, observing the warehouse, if that works for you.
Yeah, just enjoying the night. Yeah.
Not a lot of party goes. Again, the streets are kind of abandoned in this area. It's not the best warehouse in the area or block, but it's a nice area in the merchant district. And as you two guys approach, how are you guys going to approach? You're going to come head on? Are you coming off to the side, off from an alley? How are you going to approach? Because you don't know the two guys are there yet.
It's going to be like Shaw Brothers Kung Fu style, like a quick walk through the front door with authority.
Okay. As you approach the front door, 2 guards step forward. They're not Naginata's cross and say, "Halt!" Before you stand 2 Shishiro guards wearing full Shishiro armor. Actually, they're wearing light armor, and they say, "Halt!"
I shall do so. I'll give a cursory nod once I do and say, "Good evening, Shishiro. We are undergoing, under the authority of the Emerald Champion through me, the Magistrate, an Imperial investigation. Bandits have attacked several structures within the city, including the Crane warehouse, and we have good evidence to believe that the Shishiro warehouse is to be a target as well. With my authority as the Magistrate, I am going to perform an inspection."
The one off to your right is, "But we are not requesting any assistance at this time, Emma Magistrate. I am sorry for the inconvenience which you are suffering in coming here. Please forgive us." And he bows low. Again, still blocking you.
Were you going to say something, Kyle?
I'm going to do my best to hulk behind you. Make it very apparent this is not a request. This is a command. It's going to look kind of awkward because he's all of 5'7" and 150 pounds, but he's going to try.
The Magistrate will stand firm and he'll smile just a little bit and say, "You aren't requesting an inspection?"
No request came to us, Emerald Magistrate.
And then I'll smile even further and I'll say, "That's good because I wasn't here upon a request."
And they look at each other. You can give me. You're not intimidating. You're requiring your stuff. Go ahead and give me a command. We'll do awareness command.
It's a really rare roll.
Okay, and I get Benton's for this.
Yes, it is a physical thing.
All right, I'll use my other void then to become trained in it.
Good call.
And you said it's awareness?
Yep.
Okay, so 4. Okay, and then Benton's gives me plus you're okay 1.
Right.
Very good.
Makes him look guilty as sin. Hey, Clay, does he get any bonus for me kind of trying to hulk around behind him? I mean,
Okay.
I'm lowering the TN.
Okay, that's fine. I just know if he was getting any bonuses
Right.
for it.
I got a 27.
Okay. 1 second. As
I got to just for a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah. As you've kind of pushed your way forward, your voice radiating through the other guard. Yes, yes, Hida-sama, we will open the gate immediately, and they open it wide. Please enter.
Hi. Thank you for being so accommodating. Hopefully we get what we need and we're out of here quick. There's much for me to do tonight. Be on guard, though, gentlemen. There are sinister forces in the city.
Yes, many sinister forces are at work in the city of such as ours. But thank you for your presence. And they step aside and let you two in. Do you guys enter?
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna go in right behind the behind the crab,
Okay,
scorpion,
give me
whatever he is.
a second. I need a perception investigation roll from the two of you, and the Kikita can get this as well.
You know, of
Oh, yeah?
all the things I don't have perception investigation. Or wait, no, I do. So 6K3. Okay, hang on a second. Cat, please get off of me.
Okay, I got a 19.
I got a 26.
Okay, and you, Crane.
Oh, 1 second. I have a 27.
Okay. So close, but yet so far. As you guys enter, this is what occurs. The warehouse stores cargo waiting to be loaded into riverboats. Searching the bottom level will yield only the typical store of a warehouse. You see crates scattered around the ground, but little else. Some of the cartons seem to be containing masks and some other party favors, as well as the Shishiro usual trade: silk, rice, beans, and grain. The building is constructed of sturdy oak beams and a set of shady-looking stairs lead to the second floor and another room off the side. So as you guys enter, just think of it, Shaw Brothers warehouse fight. You see the crates, the cartons, the goods, the bags, the burlap sacks, rickety stairs going up, and there is a railing system, a walkway around the entire building on top, and a room off to the upper right-hand corner, probably the office of whoever runs this place. As you guys enter, you hear this as you both enter, and you're about 15 steps in. You both realize with the rolls that you made, the guards never went in with you. As soon as you guys step forward enough inside, you hear, "Magistrate, kill them! They're dead or we're dead!" And then all of a sudden, the two doors slam shut. And you hear a piece of wood slamming down and sliding down the doors as if to be barred.
Oh dear God!
I'm gonna yell, treachery against the Empire!
I'm just gonna yell, prepare yourself for battle, and I am going to quickly draw my katana.
That was great.
So, as you guys have entered, we'll do initiative. And then from there, it is all going to flow. So the crane or the Kikita can act as well. He saw what happened. Kikita on the outside, you see that those guys have barred the door, and they're looking around as if expecting the Emerald Magistrate's army to show up and do something to them. So they're waiting.
Did we tell anyone where we were going?
Yeah, he followed ahead. He's watching you guys.
No,
Yeah.
I mean outside of the group of three. Does anyone else know where we are?
Matsu
Okay.
knows where we're at.
Okay, good. Because that might be coming in handy here soon.
Roll.
And I rolled a 24 initiative there, Clay.
Okay.
So,
Please stop
Holy
biting me and clawing me and pushing on my hand when I'm doing things.
I should initiative roll a 23.
okay. What'd you get, Kikita?
Oh, I'm rolling initiative?
Yep.
Yes,
we
you
all-
are.
Okay, 1 sec. Sorry.
Not a problem.
My cat's dive bombing the game.
There you go.
Look at her. She's so sweet looking. Too bad she's devil. Did you bite me? Little cat.
Wow. Wow. Look, I've just rolled 3 10s in a row.
Roll them again.
I'm all right. So that was 33 on one die.
Okay, then you don't need to roll anymore. You have the initiative. If your school, I think Kikita gives you something. If you beat the initiative, I think you get bonuses in your attack.
I do, yes. Yes.
So what's going to be is it's going to be Kikita, bad guys, the lion, the crab.
I think
Actually,
my cat
it's
re-rolled my dice.
It's going to be Kikita, a bad guy, Kodo, crane or crab, and then Mooks, the lesser bad guys. So
Mooks,
go ahead, Kikita. What would you like to do?
get your claws out of me.
And I'm outside. I just saw them latch down the door. Is the plank from the outside or the inside?
It's
It
from
must
the
be on the
outside.
outside, right?
So what
I
you
I would
notice?
undo the plank. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna try to undo the plank. They are guarding it, so you're gonna have to.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have
So what
I
it is
wasn't
this
seeing
is
this
what
right
you
in the theater of
saw.
the mind.
Yeah. So what you
I
saw
would
is there's
I would
actually
attack
hooks on
first.
both sides. It can be secured by bar on the inside or the outside.
The first thing I do is I tie on my band around my wrist. Then I draw my sword and attack.
Okay. So with that, that'll be your action, and you're gonna wait to attack next round. Or you're gonna wait, do your thing, and go in now. Because if you go in now, they'll get a chance. They'll see you. Apparently they don't see you yet. So you'll be able to put on
Yes.
your item, activate it, and prepare yourself. But other than that, you won't be able to attack this round.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If I take this round and I put myself into the center stance, will I be able to put myself in the center stance this round?
You can. Yeah. At the end of this round, you can put yourself in the stance or any stance you want. What I'm saying is you'll be able to move and activate your item. Other than that, you won't be able to attack this round. But you put yourself in a stance and prepare yourself. So if you're gonna be defensive or you want to be centered and prepare for next round, you can.
Yeah, that's perfect. Actually, this takes an action to do is to prepare the center stance. I just want to make sure I'm good to do that.
You no longer feel pain, and you get 10 hit points.
Excellent, thank you.
And as it sinks, it just tightens on its own. As you tie it, it just seems to tighten, and the kanji for Bushimon and Benton flare up, and it kind of just goes away, and you feel it as if you're wearing it, but it goes off. It just burns up on its own. You're no longer feeling pain. You're clear-headed, and you have 10 more hit points. Now, these aren't where you're restored. They're just additional hit points. So instead of being killed at 57, it'd be 67 is your last hit points. But again, you still have all those wounds, so keep track. Next is the main guy. Inside, you two here, coming from the office. And then you see the flickering light from the office, and that's it. It is now Kikita's turn. Kikita, or not Kikita, but Akoto. When that yelling had happened and you guys were surprised, you see figures around some of the boxes and cargo. There's about 4 of them.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go into defense actually, because I see 4 or 5 people right now.
Okay.
And that's gonna give me 5k3 real quick. Halved. Half of 27 is 13, so I'm at 38 defense.
Okay, so Akoto is going on defense. It is now the
At least
crab.
I can see what's going on.
What do you do, crab?
How far is the office from where I'm at?
You've got to go up the rickety stairs. It's going to take you 2 rounds to get there, you think. If you run and give me an athletics, I'll half the distance. I get you to the office, but you can't open the door or do anything inside yet.
All right, I'm doing that.
Okay, it's going to be the target number is going to be a 35. If you call raises, I'll allow you to do more. I.e., you can do tricks and different things that you want. Try to swing across. Try to make it there in 1 round. Will require the 35.
Okay, I'll just do the base. I won't do any raises.
So you're just hauling ass up. That's all you're doing.
Correct. Okay. I got 1 explosion. Ooh, that's a double explosion. That's 26. 37.
37. You are able to do it. You haul ass up these rickety ass stairs. What I need from you though is to roll me D10 and tell me what you get. Oh no, actually, roll a D10. Call odd or even.
All right. Before I roll it, I will call even. And I got odd.
Okay. You didn't get the roll. As you're hauling button, you're taking 2-3 steps at a time. Your weight, the size of your armor, and just aggressiveness of getting up there, you've now turned the rickety stairs into damn near impossible to get up. And the stairs, when you get to the very top, kind of, and then you'd have to climb down either the walls or the remaining beam of the stairway
Oh, to get back down.
to get back down.
Okay, shit.
So you make it. You haul ass. You're right before the door. This is again an oaken off area, but there are windows inside that are closed. You've got paper windows. They're closed, and you see the flickering light and multiple lights inside.
And that's all I can do this turn, correct?
That is correct. That is all you can do this turn. Their turn. They don't see the guys outside. Oh, go ahead.
My stance is attack, by the way.
Attack. You just do a regular attack. Okay. Defense and defense. Okay. So the guys are coming to come at you there. Oh, they can't get you. You hauled ass up. Dakota's by himself down below with his 4 guards. Or office workers, whatever you want to call them. 2 of them will pull out Yaris and try to shoot you. And the other 2 are approaching. Actually, I take that back. Big Crab will get shot. The other 2 will approach you. I take that back. Because Mr. Magnificent flew up there so fast. So, roll with emphasis. Damn it, I hate this game. I might use your regular dice roller there later. Kyle, once I arrange it.
Yeah, that's fine. The only thing I'm trying to figure out with this thing is how to make it reroll 1s. Because it doesn't have an option to do without with being like unskilled, for example. Or it does have unskilled, but it doesn't have an option if you're trying to roll with emphasis.
So the first arrow misses you, Crab. And the second arrow is coming at you. The 2 arrows shoot wide, one going through the window of the main office. More flickering light is seen. The other 2 pull out their katanas and will approach the lion.
The lion.
And we'll do the same.
See what happens to the lion. I want to see what happens to the lion. Is it 30?
24
Nope.
misses you. And the next guy comes up. He will try his luck. I can get the lion. 26. He misses you as well. They just swinging wide. Just right over your head. We're now back on top with Kikita. Kikita, these 2 men are guarding the area, are watching but not super observant, and they're listening what is inside. You hear combat from inside. And the falling of a large item falling on the ground, shattering.
I'm going to attack these men.
Go ahead as you it's your Kenjutsu plus agility.
Okay, I got some bonuses too for
and
what's up?
You can do more damage with raises, call shots, or knock over. It's up to you, or just hit him to hit him. It's up to you.
No, I better not raise it. I'm already at a deficit. Yep, just to let you know, speed of lightning, I gain a 2k 0 to the total.
Sounds good. So you're on plenty of dice.
Oh yeah, I got a ton of dice, yeah. And since I took Way of the Crane, I have a 1k1 for this attack as roll.
Sounds
Plus
good.
3. Yeah, all right, hold on.
There you go.
So yeah, a lot of dice. I got an explosion. Okay. 1 second while I add this up. All right. So I'm at a 46 for my first attack.
Okay, you hit beautifully.
Nice. Give me 1 second and I'll roll damage. I have an explosion. That is 21 points of damage.
Okay.
So I come up to this guy, he's like not even looking. I walk up to him. I unleash my sword. I hold it high above my head. I take my left hand as control. I take my right hand as power, and I plow through his body. Yeah!
He's hurt greatly, but he's still up.
Release this door or die. You have betrayed the Empire. And I start screaming that these are betrayers of the Empire to people on the street.
Okay. Nobody seems to do anything outside yet. Back on our next would be inside. You're facing the doorway. This is a large office, probably multiple rooms inside. And
hang on,
you're moving.
Wasn't I before the crab?
Crane. No, there's one bad guy, then you two. The crab's not going. I'm just telling him what he hears on the other side.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Action happening inside the office. And then nothing. So again, you think you're coming to a large room. It's not small. It's a pretty large room. Probably multiple rooms inside this one office up here with you there, Crab. And back to you, Akoto, with your 4 men, or 2 men you're facing and the 2 archers.
Well, they really pissed that guy that just rolled a 26 against me. Pissed me off because he actually would have hit me if I had not taken defense. So we're going to be swinging. Let's see. So it's plus 1k1 or 1 plus 0. 1k0 is first time I attack him. So it's 10k3. And he does not get his target number bonus to any armor he's wearing. Because it's the first time I've attacked him.
Okay.
So, boom. Okay, so 10k3. Good lord. What happened here? 38. I have a feeling I hit him.
You succeed in hitting him.
Okay. And then strength 3. So 6k2 for damage. 6k2. I'm gonna hold on to that. Okay, that did not roll right. No, sorry. They didn't take. Okay. 16 points of damage.
Okay, you slash him really good, but he is still standing. It is your turn, Crab.
All right, I am going through the door. I hear the chanting behind.
Okay, you hear the chanting behind you. As you open the door, waiting before you, it looks like a accounting office. Think of a room inside here. And rushing out are 3 scorpion on the other side door. It looks like they had bunkered down to wait for someone to enter the room. The room you find yourself is very simple. Low tables, a pot of water, and some half-eaten bowls of rice. Otherwise, it's empty. But again, you see the scrolls. A door on the other side of the room, and you see bright light emanating from beneath it. And you have yourself facing 3 scorpion. You can act. Didn't take anything to open the door.
Oh, damn it, Clay. I should have gotten a second attack on that. Mother.
We will remedy that after Andrew finishes his. I'll go back.
That's fine. I screwed up because my attacks have become sample actions.
Go ahead and resolve that and let me know your numbers.
Yeah, well, sorry about that.
No worries. Go ahead, Andrew.
How close are they to me?
As soon as you open the door, there's one to your left inside the doorway, one to the right, and about 3 or 4 steps forward, there's the third, blocking that other door and those tables. It looks like they were in here eating.
And do I see a discrepancy in any weaponry on them?
No, they're guards. They've got katana. They got light armor, but they look scared.
Okay. I want to with the closest one. I'm going to attack with the Tatsubo.
That's going to do a lot to help
Wait
their
away.
fear and anger.
Okay. One explosion. Ooh. This is going to be a good one.
I need to take a note somewhere when we play to remember to fucking get 2 attacks every time I don't move.
All right, that one was a 48.
Massive hit.
Okay.
Bet you didn't call any raises.
Yeah, I know, wasted potential, but okay, this is not going to be good for him. I'll tell you that much. Damage time.
Oh, God. I have this image of him looking like Wile E. Coyote after he falls off a cliff. Just like a pancake.
All right, that's 42 damage.
Good Lord.
You kill him.
Like I said.
And was he sitting or like in the process of getting out of his chair?
No, they were up. They were waiting after the commotion, the scream out of magistrates. They were trying to stage an ambush.
So I imagine then I come busting through the door. I already have my arms up. I just take a swing at this one to the left of me. I catch him in the side of the head with the Tetsubo and just drive him right into the wall and break his head open like a melon. And I'll let the force carry into the wall a bit just for extra dramatic impact to show how powerful I am.
By the way, Clay, I rolled a 29 on that secondary attack.
Go ahead and get your damage in.
Yeah, let's figure as much.
You know the fear in their eyes. You see they kind of both glance back at the door behind them, and their resolve kicks in, and it looks like they're going to attack.
I got another 14 damage on this guy.
14, 30. Okay, you kill him.
Okay, so I'm just going to, like, it's quick and dirty. Just one slash straight across his chest, and then I'm going to reverse grip kind of and just come back across, and it's going to rip through any armor he's wearing and just rip through the muscle and stuff on his chest, and he's going to drop as I cut arteries and everything else.
He's bleeding at your feet. And as that happens and he falls, you hear more commotion coming from around some of the crates and whatnot, and 2 other men appear.
Do they look bigger and hardier than these kind of guys are?
No, they all look about the same. They're not. These guys are probably, they're bandits or guards. They are trained. They are showing trained maneuvers, though.
Yeah.
And we'll do the 2 with you.
Oh, no.
And since they can no longer, actually, it'll be 4 because they can no longer shoot the crab. He stepped inside.
Yeah, they're going to start
So,
shooting.
that
I
is
have
it.
mortal soul.
Okay.
This is why you hold on to that void.
19 is a miss for 1 arrow.
Just heads up, Clay. I'm at a 25 right now.
Yeah, 25. Okay. This next arrow, you see him raise up. You see the crab walk in, and this guy just puts a bead on you. And as he lets go of that arrow, it just shoots slow motion, comes and hits you square in the side, doing 19 points of damage as it rips aside through your grooves in your armor.
Okay.
Any armor damage absorbs or anything, you can do that as well.
Yeah, that's fine. I did. I already calculated that. I'm officially nicked.
He's put some hurting on you, and then he's like, focus on the... And they all stop. Look, the lion! And the 2 guys will attack you with swords. So you are the only body they see. No, the first guy, the guy that's been... that you... there's only one. You killed one. He misses you.
Yeah,
And he kind of takes a step back and builds his resolve, so you have to kind of take a step to him. He's breathing heavily. Outside is the Kakita with his 2 guys. They don't see that you're hurt. They don't see that you're not showing any signs, so they're just going to... shit. What are they going to do? These guys are not seeing these guys on the inside. One guy
And
starts banging
I'm
on the
screaming
door.
for help.
You're screaming for help?
Yep.
He starts to scream for help. We're being attacked by the crane! We're being attacked by the crane! So you're screaming, he's screaming, and one of his buddies will attack.
Betrayers of the Empire!
Yes, he is! He's a traitor! This crane is a traitor! So,
Oh my god, I feel like we're in
will
kindergarten
attack
and we're two kids raising our hands for the teacher to come.
That's pretty much what it is. They're having a screaming match. But the one guy will attack your armor. I can be this 25 with what you're wearing. And you get hit for 9 points of damage. As
Oh,
his blade comes, and you just got that one left from that healing surge you received just moments ago. And that blade digs deep into you, his katana, and he's staring at you, and he starts to scream, "This is the traitor!" And he's wiggling that katana, trying to get it out of your body, but it's kind of wedged between your ribs and your armor, just keeping it in.
fuck.
So back on top is you, sir. But, Crane, it's your
Yeah.
turn, and it's suffering no penalty. You're feeling fine. You don't even feel that wound. You just know you're bleeding.
I will peer down into his face. This will be the last action you make. All right, have an explosion.
If you're just doing regular attack, go ahead and roll your damage, sir.
Go ahead and roll damage. Oh, okay. Yeah, one second.
He doesn't. If you've got an explosion, you're getting more than 20 on him.
Yeah. Okay.
With the amount of dice
Okay.
you're rolling, yes.
All right. Ooh, I have 2 explosions. Okay.
You guys are doing great.
Hey, Clay, you are remembering that anytime you make raises against me, I need to know because that's going to affect if I get extra dice.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
I don't remember if I
wrote it down because
cool.
these guys just want to hit you. They have a bad enough time trying to hit you.
That's fine. I just because it's hard enough for me to remember everything that's going on with my character at times.
I'll remind you. I'll just say I'm raising for more damage or raising to.
That's fine. I just didn't know if you had that written down somewhere or not.
So, Clay, does 45 take him down?
You obliterate him. Go ahead. Describe.
All right, so he's there and he's like trying to pull his blade out from my armor and from my ribs, and I don't even feel it. So I jack the sword up over the top of my shoulder and I plunge down deep into his eye until it comes out the back of his head. And as I shuck off his head from my blade, I kick him, and the sword's still sticking out of my side. And I hold the blade above my head and I say, "Men of the Empire, join me for these betrayers. They look to kill you tonight at the parade. Join me."
You're saying that to the guys, buddy?
No, to the people on the street, if there's anyone there.
There's no real. Remember, you guys are kind of in a secluded area of the warehouse. Nobody has shown up yet, though. You do see movement in the distance, so people are looking, but nobody's popped up yet.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
No worries, but the guy looks at you and he's like, "Huh?" And he'll stop yelling for a moment to think about what you just said, thinking you're talking to him. Go ahead, Akodo. I think you're muted, bud.
And then a raise on damage is an additional 1K1, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I'm going to declare my free raise on this guy as I step up to him for damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to call another raise for damage.
Okay.
And this is the first time I've attacked him, so it's 10K3. And I'm going to add my, I'm going to go ahead and add my honor to the roll. So it's only 70.
You successfully hit him. Just barely, but successfully.
Oh my dear God. So both of those raises were for damage. So it's going to be 8k5 or 8k4. I'm sorry, 8k4 for damage. I do not have the static of 7 down there. I do not have a called raise right there. I do not have a free raise right there. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to calculate everything here. For 37 points of damage.
Your massive blow hits him, but he still remains standing.
Really? Holy shit.
He does.
Okay.
Wobbly, but he stepped there.
He took it like a champ. That's all I can say. I don't know if I can pull that off twice. If I'd have known I was going to roll a 70, I would have called more races. Pass on. That's all I can do. Because I'm figuring if I had to take a step up, would that have been a simple action or would that have been a free action?
We'll just give it to you as part of your attack then. So if you wish to make
That's right. Well, the reason I'm asking is because it's make a difference on whether or not I get a secondary attack.
Go ahead for now. I'll look it up later, but go ahead.
That's fine. I'm going to call 2 raises for damage.
Okay.
It's worth the risk. I've already hit him really hard once. No, I miss him on a 14. There's no way in hell.
The slippery blood on your blade just seems to deflect off his little bit of armor.
Yeah.
It is the crab's turn. What does a crab wish to do?
Are Tweedledee and Tweedledum up here going to attack me? Or are they higher on initiative?
You go first. They're waiting.
Okay, I was just asking because if they go after me, if they're lower on initiative, I get more TN from my.
They're lower on the initiative. You beat their
Okay.
initiative.
Excellent. What I'm going to do then, the other two are fairly close to each other, correct?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to feign attack the one on the left. So I'm going to act like I'm attacking the one on the right with a feign and hit the one on the left. So 2 raises. Okay. Ooh, that's bad. I'm going to use my second luck point. Oh, yes. Luck's so good, man.
I need to buy that. That's got to be something I got to have at some point.
Okay. So that was 46.
Massive blow.
Okay, so I got that with the 2 raises too, correct? Just to make sure.
Yes, you did.
How much did I exceed their TN by?
11.
Okay, so half of that, is that rounded up or down for feign?
Oh, you're trying to gain some fame, huh?
No, I mean feign. Like I feigned the attack. So I get half of the difference in TN
I'll
added
give
to the
you
damage.
a half 6. I'll round it up to 6.
Okay, so then 3.
A lot of damage. You're going to crush this poor guy.
Okay. 10, 21, 27, then plus my 6, so 33 damage.
You hurt him a great deal, but he's still up.
Okay, so what it looks like, so the guy on the right, I let out a loud ki and swing horizontally with my Tetsubo, like I'm going to hit him in the chest, but then shift my body Obi-Wan and Anakin style, like when they fight Dooku. And I shift my hands up on the pommel, bring it down and smack the guy in the foot, and then uppercut him in the jaw with the top of the Tetsubo. And I square up to take the brunt of their attacks.
Dun, dun, dun. And it is their go. So we will start at the top and then work our way down. Coming to the or we'll go to the top. The man that's hurt falls to his knees. He falls to his knees, just holding himself. He doesn't have it in him to attack you, but his partner will. You cannot fight him. Can't let him through, or we'll die. So he's going to strike. He misses. What's your target number to TN?
On who? Me?
On the crab.
My TN, if he's after me in initiative, is 35.
He misses.
We're
There's
ridiculous.
some rumbling coming from the door. And Hida, you hear more people coming from different parts of the warehouse below you. Dakota, you hear this now. And the two that came out of the woodwork are there. The one guy you're fighting is still there, and the one archer.
What happened to the other archer?
Oh, that is correct.
I killed the guy with the katana, not an archer.
So you have 2 archers and 3 blades. One blade's pretty fucked up. He will run away.
The guy just screwed up really bad.
Yeah, he wants to live. He's broken his shit and he leaves. But the 2 that came in will attack you with their katanas. Okay, attack.
By the way, I've been using that strength of purity wrong. It's once per. It's once per
encounter.
Per turn.
Ooh.
So once per turn, I can add my honor rank. So I could add my honor rank to a defense roll, and add an additional 3 to my defense.
Okay. The first guy comes in and he just runs and continues to run past you. He misses you with his thrust. The second guy comes in a little more tactical, and he kind of points at you like a baseball player pointing where he's going to hit the ball, and then he strikes. Your target number is still 25. If so, he hits.
Okay, for how much is the question?
23 points of damage.
Yeah, we're going to be spending that last boy because I don't feel like fucked up right now.
13 plus whatever your armor gives you.
So it's going to be 10 total. So, see, 15 to 20. Okay, nicked. All right, I'm doing math real fast. So,
not a problem.
It's going to take me to 20. It's going to take me to 26. I'm grazed.
You also hear coming from that other archer as he leaves. And you notice that he starts to climb the far end. He starts to climb on the crates and boxes.
Yep.
And it looks like he's going to try to go towards the office.
Okay.
That is all there, guys. Everybody missed you. Outside, we have the one-on-one encounter. This is going to determine if the crane survives.
Dun, dun, dun.
And again, he's now thinking that he's thought over. I'm not going to help you. You're the traitor. And he starts to scream again and how you're the traitor. How the
What do you mean I'm the traitor? You're the traitor.
Attacking us. You're trying to rob us. Thief. And he starts to yell.
Oh, he's just making up shit. Gotcha.
Yeah, he's just making up
I just thought he was confused guard. All right.
He's making stuff up to make you look back because you start screaming first. No, attack modifier.
You are a liar, a coward, and a thief. And you will pay with your life and blood.
Ooh, he lucks out, mister. I got armor finally saved the day. And it clings off your armor, though. If he would have hit, it would have been a very massive blow of 44 points. But he missed you on a 17.
Oh, time to die.
Back on top.
Okay.
Scan this.
What you can do with them.
So I'm at a 39.
You successfully hit.
Okay. And I am at a... I'm at a 20 for damage.
How much damage?
20.
20. And have you hit this man? I think you hit him before, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and describe your kill.
I split him from the top of his head to the bottom of his chin, and I watch his tongue roll out in his throat as his lies like blood bubble from his collapsed body. And if I can, I will remove the bar that's holding the door. And I will scream inside, "The Thunder Guard approaches!"
Okay. You can get all that done, but you can't open it yet.
Okay, bro.
But inside, you just hear the rounds of combat happening. Inside the office, you hear movement coming from the room beyond. The guy's preparing to fight you, but isn't ready yet. Third guy. It is now Akoto's turn.
Okay. So it's going to be fun. So I'm going to do the smart thing here. I'm going to go into defense, which allows me to add my air plus my defense skill rank, which is a total, I believe, of 5. I'm going to check that real quick. Yeah, 5 to my target number to be hit. So make it 30 for the round. And I'm going to start taking off up the stairs. I'm about to get surrounded. I don't feel like dying.
Remember, the stairs aren't there. You're going to have to give me an athletics, strength athletics as you climb.
Did they fall down?
Finally? They fell down. There's still a slight beam, so you can try to climb up that beam that was holding the stairs up. So again, it's rickety and whatnot. Or you could try to climb the side of the wall or go up crates.
It's going to require athletics, which I kind of lack. I didn't realize the stairs had fallen down.
Yeah, they fell when the Hida chomped his way up there.
So right now, there's 2 guys with swords on me, right?
Correct. And 1 archer. The other archer is climbing up crates and whatnot over by the office. And it'll be up there next, probably very soon, to deal with the crab.
Yeah. We're going to get one of the guys with the swords. We're going to call 2 raises on him with my free raise as well. See if I can knock the shit out of him. A 22. Son of a bitch.
As it goes high.
Yeah, that's the called raises hurt me on that one. I don't get that this time. And my secondary attack is only 9k3. Don't get that. I'm not going to bother calling any raises this time as I swing at him. For 25.
25
actually, it's a 20. It's actually a 20 with raise. Yeah, my grace.
Again, high over his head.
Damn, I should have just gone to defense.
Lion could fight, says the guy before you. And then we go to the crab. What will you do, crab?
All right, no raises. I'm just attacking the one I've already wounded.
Oh, yeah, you got 2 in here with you. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. I'm going to use my last luck point. Okay. That one is 38.
Good hit.
All right. Rolling damage. Okay, 33 damage.
Go ahead and describe.
Okay, so as from my last attack, he kind of staggers back when I catch him beneath the chin. I then choke up on the Tetsubo and catch him in the fucking hip. Almost rip that leg out as one of the spikes buries into the bone and like tears the flesh off. And I'll yank it as I pull him and kind of throw his corpse a few feet across the room as I square up with the remaining one. And I'll say, I am Kasada's son. I fight Oni. I've been to the Shadowland. Look what I did to these 2. You really want to die here, a coward and a traitor?
The guy looks at you. You're Yakumo? Hida Yakumo? You're Hida's son? And then he attacks.
Come then, meet the death at the Crabland office, coward.
Again, the fear in his eyes, but he attacks. 29?
29 misses, 35.
Ooh, very good. Down below, we have the fight happening there. You see the archer pull back an arrow. He's hearing the weight and slam of the gate, and it looks like he's waiting, Akoto. He's just waiting for that gate to open. Who's ever going to open that fucking gate?
Somebody's about to get shot in the face.
But the other 2 are going to attack you.
That works for me.
And they will roll.
Oh, dear God, miss.
And misses you the first one. He swings wide and bounces off your armor like tap.
Nice.
And he will back off a little bit while his buddy comes in. Does a 25 does succeed? You take 10 points of damage as his blade cuts deeply, just tearing into that side of you.
Christ, I'm at injured, so
The pain just radiating through your body, sir. On the outside is nothing except quietness. If you no longer continue to yell, Kakita, you hear that it's real quiet. You hear the popping of the festival, the lights from the fireworks in the sky, the lanterns, and a small child kind of walks out, and he's got a white mask. I don't know if you watch like the Mayans MC or any of those, the Day of the Dead stuff. He's got a porcelain mask that you've seen many of tonight from the different warehouses you've been to. And it's got, looks like something, black lines or something. Can't see in the darkness, and he's not really in the light of the lanterns and stuff, but he starts to approach you, and he just stares at you with his head cocked to the side. He's got a piece of candy in one hand and a fan or something in the other. Maybe one of those rattles that you twirl that make noise. But you're at the door. The thing has fallen down. What will you do? You know danger's on the other side. You're muted, Phil.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. So I got the door open, eh?
The door will open, and as it opens, you see before you back of the Akoto fighting two men. You see further down crates and pallets and sacks of rice and barley and all kinds of stuff. And further down from that, you see another man or woman you don't know with a yuri, bow drawn, and it looks like it's pointed at you, but you'll be able to respond first.
Yeah, I will. Is there a place where I could duck and get cover so this archer can't hit me, but still make my way in?
You can. Again, there's piles of crates and stuff, so you can come in off to your left. There's high enough you can get behind. You could hide a horse behind it.
Oh
They're
yeah,
stacked high.
I would. Yeah, shit. I would move there. Would I be in a position? How far away are the guys from me in these fights?
They're within movement if you want to go in there, but if you move in, the Akoto's handling two guys. They're still within your movement, and the archer is in the area. Think of, again, a warehouse, and in the middle of that warehouse is an open area. You see a doorway in the very back, which probably leads out to the river. You see where boats, river boats and stuff that are dry docked here. And then you see in the middle is kind of an open area, and that's where Akoto is facing two of the men. And then further beyond that, with stacks of crates and stuff, probably waist high and stuff, is the archer. So you can move around. There's lots of cover around here, and you can get to anybody, even the archer, this turn if you so choose. It's just you expose yourself if you stay in the open.
Coda is Kyle's character, the lion, correct?
The lion, yeah. He's facing down, getting cut, doing his thing. There is bodies at his feet, though. And you hear movement, you hear noise and yelling and screaming and bam, coming from above. And that's when you kind of look up. And off to your far right is, it looks like a large office. You see rails and a balcony around the warehouse looking down, and a broken stairs about where you're at. But it's broken. There's only a beam that you'd have to climb to go up onto the balcony and around the rafters to get to that office. And you think that's possibly where Hida is because he's making lots of noise.
Yeah, I would just move there behind the crates for now until I can
Okay, you
better
are protected.
Yeah.
And the arrow goes off and doesn't hit you.
Nice.
Back on top. Oh, that is on top. So we are now. You hear noise happening behind that room, shuffling and whatnot. Hida, we're now back to Akoto.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into full defense.
Okay.
I'm gonna add my honor to this roll to make it a lot better.
Sounds good.
Oh dear God, I add 3 to my defense.
Ooh.
Actually, no, I don't have a fucking emphasis here. Shit. That's what I was saying about needing to find a way to make the rear rolls more 1, but never mind. I don't have an emphasis in defense.
Okay.
So I'm at 28.
You're defending yourself. And it's now Crab's turn.
Oh dear God, that's why I needed. That's why I've really got to get more void right there.
All right, I'm attacking this other Shishiro. I'm out of luck.
Dude, we are in really bad shape right now. If we know that.
I got one. Oh, I don't know if that's enough. That's 25.
You hit.
Ooh, yeah, baby. All right, come on, give me some fucking massive damage.
I need some damage.
Yeah.
Show me the damage.
Okay. 19.
Kodobushi eventually get the ability to succeed even if they fell on bougie skills.
All right, 33 damage.
Fuck you. That's my response to that, Andrew.
Again, he takes it. But he's still up.
Dude.
And he starts to moan.
I say yield or your body will be set by the time the sun rises.
He falls forward and he's on his face. Don't know if he yielded or passed out.
Good policy.
It is them. He doesn't attack you. Back on the bottom. The archer, Akoto, you see that as it comes into light, you see it's a woman. And she goes beyond crates. And she looks like she's going to go... she's going to the left of you, but she's going to the right of her. It looks like she's going to try to circumvent and hunt down a little bird. But she's trying to be real quiet. The other two are trying to attack you.
Dear God, why did I have to roll white trash on the roll I desperately needed to be good?
Very good for you, but he missed. The 19 swings wide and bounces off your armor.
Again, yay.
Partner
Dakota just
swings in. What is you've got a 28.
28 now.
Ooh. And he misses on a 27.
Did I get lucky as fuck there? Yes, I did.
You got very lucky. And you hear more movement coming from the back. And probably where they lead out their boats and stuff, you see two shapes come in. And they're just standing in the doorway.
I'm starting to think burning this place down sounds like a great idea.
I'm
really not.
Are you hiding, Kakita?
How am I hiding?
Are you trying to hide using this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say
can.
I'm trying to hide. I'm trying to gain as much coverage as I possibly can while trying to decide what to do.
So what I will need from you is a reflex stealth. If you do not have stealth, just a reflex roll.
Okay, what's that?
She will make hers.
Hey, I can't use defense in replace of stealth?
No, if with defense, you're hiding yourself. Stealth is you're trying to hide. She's hunting you down. So
Gotcha.
You can try to put yourself in a better position when it's your turn. But as far as hiding, she's trying to find you. I just need a number to find that.
You got it.
Thank you.
Okay. So how many dice do I keep?
You keep them all. Roll and keep them all, but 10s don't explode because you don't have the skill.
Got you.
Just a straight ability.
I'm at 16.
Okay. You hear little bird, and then it just kind of fades away, and you don't hear anything. And they're done for this round. So congratulations on surviving. Let's see if it continues. Back on top is Kakita.
Like how you put that, Clay. I'm really comfortable with the way you put that.
Nice.
Good.
Now, you said that the lion is in the center of this warehouse and that he's fighting two men right now. Are there any crates by them that I could possibly push over on these men?
Yes, there is, but you have the chance of pushing it on him as well because basically in the middle of this area, they're going back and forth, weaving in between each other, fighting, bouncing off armor. blocking with their, gauntlets and whatnot, doing all the things that samurai and movies do. But if you don't aim right or time it right, you could get the lion in it too.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and aim it right and get it right. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
go
I'm gonna
ahead.
try that. I'm gonna try and save him.
Or crush him. Either way, let's do it.
Okay. What do I need for this roll?
You got to hit their target number.
You're attacking, man.
Oh, but it's not with a sword. It's just
You're still attacking. So I'm going to give you. Do you have athletics?
I do. Yeah. I can
I'll give
spend
you
a
strength athletics roll.
strength athletics.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to invoke Daredevil by spending a void point. That's going to give me a 3K plus 1 to my athletics.
Okay, I will allow that because you're doing something pretty daring or pretty dumb.
Okay.
Whoa, Clay, would you believe it? I got all ones.
Don't joke about that, dude. I did that in a game of Song Ice and Fire one time. I rolled 6 dice and I got or 5 dice. It was 1 1 1 1 2. It was just fucking awful.
Actually,
dude.
Kyle and the guys would like that. If Posey rolls high, they're all getting buried if they beat Kyle's target number.
Yeah, this is true. Although getting buried may be the best thing for this poor son of a bitch at this point.
Could be.
Because at least they can't attack me while they're digging their way out. Let's be honest.
I have a 20.
Okay, you push it over, and it doesn't hit any of them. They just kind of duck out of the way. Even the lion kind of rides his armor a little bit, and it just rides down as you pile these crates down upon them. You got rice and barley and stuff spill out upon the floor.
Oh, no opium. What bonuses do I get for getting high?
You should know the Thunder Guard approaches. Leave now while you can.
Yeah.
And one of the guys facing the Akoto says, "I fear no Thunder Guard over." And then, "Shut up, Oni." And then that's when the Akoto is. You hear noise come from above. Now it's Akoto's turn.
Oh dear Lord. It's time to continue playing the defensive game here. This is 6K3 minus 8. Okay, so it's a +7 to my defense. So it's going to put me at a 32. I'm going to just keep standing there trying to tank them a little bit.
You're doing well.
And as I kind of stand there, I'm going to laugh at them for their pathetic misses last time. Just trying to bait them into hitting me.
Yeah, I'll keep trying. Go ahead, Crab.
Okay, now the you said the other ones like fell over, right? Either prostrating himself or just out.
You just don't know yet.
You always hit him to make sure.
Nope, I'm going for that door in the back then. I open it.
The door is locked.
It's delicately locked, not to a crab. I'll take that Tatsubo and just try to bust the door down.
Okay, target number 10.
Here's Hida. Okay, so that is. All right, that's 25.
You think you just got that one there.
You want me to roll some damage on it?
I don't think you need to, dude. It's a door. And you're using a fucking Tetsubo.
Did you just climb over the fence? You guys keep doing that. Do you live here?
So it's like the scene from The Shining where the axe head penetrates and it's just like Jack Nicholson's face through it, only instead it's this ugly mother.
It's the biggest chud in all of Crablands.
Expects the Mongolian crab.
Okay, hang on, guys. Give me a moment.
Going crab.
What happened? What happened?
Damn you, Richard.
I
Fuck bastard.
said I was making fun of my character's entry, and I did like the Spanish Inquisition from Monty Python. I said nobody ever expects the Mongolian crab,
Ah,
but we have no idea what happened after I hit the door. Clay went AFK, so we're just waiting.
Wait, see
Okay.
what happens behind the door. Oh dear God, that's good. Yeah. Jesus, man, this has been a rough combat for this poor bastard. I really need better armor. Keep that in mind. As soon as I find some fucking heavy armor, I'm putting that shit on.
When we get some requests for bailing all these people out,
I'm
I'll get you
requesting
some
heavier
good
armor.
shit.
I'm getting I need some better shit. I've got reduction 3. We're getting hit for like 30 damage. I'm like, reduction 3. That's like half of my hit points right there. Fuck that. I need better armor desperately.
Every shot is a called shot to the testicles when your armor reduction is 3.
Pretty much.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Had something to deal with real quick.
So you busted the door down, Clay. What happened?
Okay, as you break down the door, you find yourself in a rectangular area divided into 2 sections by a series of iron bars in between, with a gate in the middle. The gated area appears to be a storage area for valuable goods. Large containers of goods rest on the other side of the iron bars. Another door also stands on the far side of the room, gated. There are a few candles in this room on a low table where the front I'm reading my notes, sorry about that. Again, there are a few candles in here. On the side that you're on, 2 scorpion wait. Again, these guards have been waiting for this to happen. And you see one on the far side on the enclosed gate. You see another scorpion. And he seems to be probably a bookish man of some kind of thing. You just don't know what it is. But he has a bow. And as you open the door, arrows start to fly. So you have 2 guys on your side, a gate, a metal hole walled off gate, iron barred gate, and a guy on the opposite end with a bow and another door to lead to the possibly last room in this office.
So I know there's one more room I can't see inside of. There's 3 guards in here. One of them's got a bow.
2 guards face you, and probably the bookworm, another samurai in the inside of the gate, firing a bow at you. Yes.
Okay. I am going to, because I'm in the door frame, right?
Yes, you are.
I am going to, so when I break down the door, I'm going to look in, see the guy with the bow, see the 2 guards, and roll out of view, and prepare myself to clobber whatever comes out of the door.
The door coming from the other side of the gate, or the door that you just entered?
Nope. The room that I was in before I broke the door. Once I see what's inside, I'm not walking into their little prison bar death trap. I'm just gonna wait out here because I don't think there's I don't think there's a way out. I'm taking a guess. There might be, but I'm gonna wait here at least a round and see what they do.
Very good. It's their turn. Inside, if you haven't shut the door, they reach in and try to shut the door.
Yes.
I don't think there's much of a door. Well, how?
Oh, you bashed it down. I forgot. You bashed it down.
I obliterated that shit. Unless you want me to roll damage to see how bad I obliterated it.
You obliterated. I'll give it to you. They just wait then. They're not going to do anything. We will go to the guys down below. They're waiting. You scared them. You just killed like 3 or 4 guys to get to them. Down below, though, you have the swordsman dealing with the Akoto. We will deal with that now. Whew, very lucky, Akoto. Very lucky. That swordman misses. This one looks up and he's going to make his way to the same crates that the archer went to, and starts to make his way up.
I'm at this point. He's not being very subtle up there, is he?
Who, the crab? No,
Yeah, he's just like bashing through walls and shit.
He's talking. You can hear everything he says. He's not very quiet about how he's saying his stuff.
That's fine. I just double check, make sure we're actually hearing all of this.
So, but for the girl, okay, she's 5, 3. Without your armor, you're back at 15, and she's going to strike you from the shadows.
Strike who?
Mr. Bird.
Okay, great. Okay.
What happened to my armor?
Damage. She's going beyond your armor.
They have the ability to do that.
You lose your reflex. You don't see what's happening, so you only get your armor.
You're considered flat-footed.
You are sneak attack because you did not see her as she approached with your. Actually, I did not give you a perception. I gave you the hide. Go ahead and do a perception investigation. I did not do that.
Yeah.
I will be nice, and you get that. I won't even re-roll. I'll just see if you catch your stealth.
Okay.
Stand by previous statements about burning this place down.
I'm at a 24. I guess I'm going down.
You take 3 points of damage.
Oh!
You totally resist it.
I could not. And your armor, your light armor, absorbs that.
Oh!
Yay! I'll survive that.
You are up, and you see her. You see that she's not wearing the same armor. It's actually a little nicer. She's got a mask where you could just see her eyes, and it looks like a mauled mouth with a tongue sticking out, and the tongue wiggles as if it's on a hinge.
Is it an actual mask or is it a mempo?
It's a mask. Oh. Not a cloth mask. It's her mask.
I was going to say, there's actually a difference between the two.
Yeah. Could I roll a lore heraldry to see if I can identify her?
Okay. It's going to be very high because you don't have any really chin and stuff, and it'll be high.
Oh, would that be my action?
I'll give it to you as a freebie.
Okay, cool. I'm going to try it.
It's your turn.
Ooh. Ooh. All right, so I had one dice that exploded twice for 25 plus 9. No, that is 34. I'm at a 40 to know it.
Not enough.
Oh!
Don't know who she is. Okay, but you can attack her now.
Which TLDR means that she's a nobody.
Oh. Is she far away, or can I attack her?
You can attack her. She's right there. She tried to stab you in the back.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn around and fucking slice her in two, shoulder to hip, and watch her baby fall out of her stomach. That's what I'm gonna fucking do.
You aborting a baby on this? That's a little woke.
I know. Let's
go.
Okay. 1 second.
I have weird cats. Getting stared down by one of them. You don't get to be mad at me after that mess I had to clean up because of you guys.
That's a 49 to hit her.
Roll your damage.
All right, you got it.
Sorry about that, guys.
That'll be 31 points of damage.
You just smacking her really good, just your blade tearing through, but she's still standing there, kind of staring at you. Blood dripping from her mask.
Why would such a beautiful creature hide behind a mask?
Pluck your feathers, and then she's done. That's now you hear noise coming from inside their Emerald Magistrate inside the office, and you hear that a low hum that you can feel. You see the two that are on the side that you're on look back nervously. The guy in the cage looks back at the door that he's right in front of. And he takes takes a step to the side so he's not in direct path if something should happen. And then you hear noises on top of the roof of this office. And it is the Akoto's turn.
Is there anyone left on me, Clay?
One, hurting, dying.
Well, let's go ahead and finish his ass off. Because, you know what? Fuck you, bitch. At -8 to hit him, and he does not get his target number bonus from armor.
Sounds good.
A 30.
You hit him.
That's with a -8, by the way. Haha, bitch. So 6k2. Take 2 for damage. 26 points of damage.
And you eviscerate him. Go ahead and describe it if you wish.
That's fine. I'm actually gonna run with that. So this time I kind of feint to the side and I just reach back in and it sticks into the left side of his abdomen. I just brutally and as mean as I can, I rip it across, dragging some of his intestines with it. And as I do, I let out a battle cry. I let out a lion battle cry. So anyone in this fucking place knows I just killed somebody.
Very nice. And then with your battle cry, you get pop, 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 pop as the fireworks pop outside.
Yeah, that's an awesome sound. That's a great way to go.
It is now the crab's turn. What are you doing there, Krabby?
So, we're both hiding basically around corners, correct?
Yep, they're not coming at you.
You're
So
playing whack-a-mole with each other.
I'm going to say very slowly and low. Say, you may not know this, but I am also the Topaz champion, and you probably do not know this, but I have a secret talent. And I'm going to jump into the door and attempt to grab one with my arm and hip toss him into the room I'm in using jujitsu.
So you're gonna reach around the door or go through the wall? How are you gonna do that?
I'm gonna like expose myself in the door frame, and then I'm going to reach in and grab him and try to hip toss him into the room that I'm in.
Okay, it's gonna be a called shot to grab. So it'll be 2 raises. So you just grab his torso and you're gonna throw him out in the room you're in, or into the room you're in. Okay.
It's gonna be like a basketball hip check. It's gonna be amazing.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
If he pulls it off.
Okay, now
You're out of luck though, Andrew.
I'm out of luck and I'm out of void. However, now actually I've learned my lesson. I'm not trying to draw from that well today.
As you think about that, and you're concentrating, you're getting ready to do your thing, you just have that warm, sensual feeling pop up. It's there.
Yeah, I bet it is, Clay. I bet it is. Okay.
Let me dangle this carrot, motherfucker.
All right, so that was a 33.
You reach in, you grab him, and your fingers kind of slip on the sweat that he's got on his body and the blood of your kills. Just barely missed him. And it is their turn. Nothing happens. You go back into the room, don't you, there, Crab?
Yeah, my plan would be to duck back around because I'm trying to like snipe in and yank him back with me.
Nothing happens. But you do hear, I didn't know Void Dragon was here. What the fuck? And then it is now back on top.
You do have an angry character on you. It's near death.
The woman didn't attack me?
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I will try to do that. She will go. I will spend a point, you notice that her determination is there. She does glance up at the office. Beads of sweat pour down her head. Her bleeding mouth is now exposed. She kind of pulls out because she can't breathe with her mask, and she's a very beautiful scorpion woman. And she will attack. Does she do it? I don't know. Damage dice 3. Damn. 13, miss. It's your turn. She swings wide and misses you, sir. So you're good to go. She missed you.
Oh, okay, cool. You're a scorpion, like my mother. I hate to kill a beautiful thing, but you give me little recourse. Is what you're into so bad that an Oni would frighten you, Scorpion? Lay down your weapons now, and I will grant you your life.
Are you going to attack her, or are you going to wait?
I'm gonna wait.
Breathing heavily, hurting. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it up to her if she wants to die right here.
So
yeah, I'll say.
Go ahead and give me an awareness sincerity roll. She's going to answer, and then I'm going to cut your turn. So it'll be awareness, sincerity.
Okay, 1 second. I'm at a 22.
Give me 1 second. Okay, she throws down her weapon.
She puts it down?
She throws down her weapon, but then I'm going to cut that turn. So that's going to happen on bad guy's turn. She'll throw down her weapon, but she looks like she's going to drop her weapon. Of course. And now it is Ikoto's turn.
Okay, so what else are we hearing at this point? Everyone around me is dead, so...
Correct. The only person not dead is you hear commotion coming from back as you turn. You see the archer from earlier. Now you can see her, and she's not in shadow. It's a woman. She's got no longer wearing her mask. She's massively cut right in the chest, almost separating her breast down to her navel. And it looks like she's surrendering. You did hear the crane demand her surrender, and it looks like she's going to succeed. You hear banging noise coming from, and then you hear Void Dragon. I didn't know he was here. Okay. And your turn.
I'm gonna pick up. I don't know where they're at, so that's gonna be a problem. I don't realize there's people. I know there's people up there, but I don't know where they're at.
It's all coming from the office. Where you've got enough situational awareness. They didn't go on the rafters; they're pretty lit, so you think they're all in that built or that rooms above.
Well, what I mean is, I don't know where they're at in the office. I can't shoot through the wall.
There you go.
I was gonna pick up a bow. It's just gonna be harder, and fuck, I'm already at -8 for the shot. I have a very high probability of accidentally hitting Andrew with that. Smart thing to do here will actually be to double check the back door to make sure nobody else is coming, and go into once I set my feet, go into defense mode, which will raise my defense by 5.
Sounds good. So you're preparing, you're looking around, and you are in defense. It's your turn, Crab.
All right, round 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt to fucking grab him and use my secret talent.
Like how I use the euphemism.
Oh, okay, this one's better. That one's a 46.
You think you just hip check this guy across the room? Keeping that open.
Hold on to that thought, Jim. Give me 3 minutes. Use the restroom, and we'll get right back to judo.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah, let's take 5, guys.
5. He say 3. Yeah, I'm gonna take 5. No, fuck that. I'm gonna take 8.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. You guys are on break, so thank you for watching. Those that do, hope you're entertained by L5R 4th edition in this campaign. Should be running for some time, and as soon as guys get back, we'll finish up for the night and reschedule for another time. Thanks.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Cool. Sorry about that. Had to answer that. But let's resolve your stuff while the other guys are.
Okay, so that was a 46.
Sweet. It's going to be a massive hit.
Okay, now do I get to do some damage to him too as I throw him?
It'll just be strength.
Just strength. Okay, so that's 3k3.
And I'll add a 1k0 for the wherever if you're throwing them into the ground, into the wall. I'll add a unkept roll die.
Okay, awesome. There I go. Okay, no explosions, so I keep 3. That's still 6, 5, 5. So that's 16 damage.
He's like bashed down and he's hurt and he is prone.
Yeah, so I reach in, I fish him with that gauntlet, this topaz gauntlet I'm wearing, yank him through the door, bend down, hip check him over my shoulder back into the room behind me, and then come back in.
Very pretty, very pretty. And so you're in the room with him and not in the other room with the other two?
Correct.
Not a problem. So we will wait for the other two. We'll resolve this, see what you guys do. Hope you're having fun.
Oh yeah, I'm enjoying this Mega Scorpion beatdown.
I thought you might.
Not my favorite scorpions to take the piss out of, but my second.
Just got to climb that ladder.
Yeah, my preferred scorpion to harass is the Bayushi, but I'm gonna have some major fucking leverage on the governess after this.
And do you use it? We'll see what you do. It should be good. Should be really good.
All right, I'm back, fellas.
Welcome back. Just wait for Kyle. We just resolved that. Andrew was able to take a quick step in, grab, and slam the shit out of the Shishiro into the room with him.
Oh,
And
who's left?
just guys inside. Your guys and the girl that's surrendered to you.
Yeah, I see surrendered in fucking air quotations right there.
Take her as a prisoner, Phil. I need to practice my shibari back in my dungeon.
Exactly.
Okay, so welcome back, Kyle.
Indeed. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna stay active, but I gotta eat something.
Yeah, do what you gotta do. Take a moment. Again, it's their turn. You hear shuffling and stifling sounds from inside that far room there, Crab. And other than that, nothing else happens. They don't come out. They don't attack you. But the guy in the room with you will attack you. He will try to take a swing at you with his katana. Since it's been out. Okay, I can close this. Skill number. Oh, that's not it. Cancel. Does a 19 hit you? I don't think it does it, Mr. 30-something?
Yeah, no, sir.
Okay, he's on his back and he swings wide, clanks off your boot heel, and the rebar through it just shakes his hand, and he can't hold on to his katana. He drops it.
It's like a light breeze trying to knock over the mountain. And I'll say to him, "Your teeth mean nothing when compared to the fangs of Fu Ling."
He starts to shake and he looks back to the door on the other side of the gate, and it is now Koto's turn. No, it's back on top. Kikita.
The distance between him and that door is the distance between man and heaven.
Very good. I gotta mark that down.
Is there anyone still engaged in martial combat in my vicinity?
Not that you're aware of, no.
I tell the woman to turn around and to put her hands up in the air.
She turns around saucily and sticks her hands up in the air, but not where it's like all over her head. It's her elbows are kind of tucked to the side and her hands are off to the side, so they're in the air, but they're not in the air. As you wish, Kikita-sama.
And I will take her and bind her hands behind her.
Okay. You do that. That's your action. You're binding her up.
I will turn to the lion. Are you hurt?
And speaking of the devil, it is Akoto's turn.
As a free action, I'm gonna be sarcastic as fuck because I'm actually pretty badly injured, and be like, "No, I bleed like this because I like it."
Well, your mouth is still moving. Good.
He's going to continue moving towards that back and continue in his defense mode. And if
Kyle, I can barely hear you, man. Is anybody else having trouble hearing him?
Sorry, my mic was up.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Sorry. I'm gonna continue my walk backwards towards the back where their loading docks are, but I'm gonna stay in defense, which will keep me at 30 defense.
Okay.
You
go back to the loading dock. The two of you, I'll say you guys are walking together with your prisoner. You're looking around. The two people guarding the back are gone, but nobody else is there. You hear commotion coming from above and laughing and taunting and banging and a little bit of whining coming from above. That would be coming back on top. I need perception checks from Akoto and Akita.
Just straight perception?
Just straight perception checks.
So 3
You got it. I'm at a 27.
These don't explode, do they?
They can explode if you've got the skill.
Oh, you do one investigation here?
Investigation will work, yeah.
Oh, shit.
You've
Never
got
mind. I mean,
investigation.
27, whatever.
Okay, and so
An 18. I'll try.
and nothing yet. So nothing else is happening there. You guys are just walking around. Quick question on your prisoner. She bound in front and back. How's she bound?
She's bound in her back.
Okay.
That's why I had her turn around and put her hands up so I can grab her from behind and bind her hands.
Okay. Back on to the crab. What do you like to do, crab?
All right. This Shishiro guard is now in my room, in my domain. I'm attacking him with the Tatsubo.
Go ahead.
Okay, I got 1 explosion. Ooh, this some pretty other weak rolls though. That's a 30 even.
You succeed.
All right. Roll some damage. 1 explosion, so 18. All right, 32 damage.
Yeah, he goes down. You don't think he's dead, but he's out.
Nice. I do the move I saw Kasada doing the first time I met him in his shadowy room when he's swinging the axe around. I windmill that Tatsubo around me and then bring it over my shoulder and just hit him in the soft spot on the side of the neck and buckle him into a heap.
Crashes down. It's you guys now. Nothing else happening. Nobody attacks from upstairs.
Emerald Magistrate, are you all right?
Can I respond?
Yeah.
I will yell back down. I've killed many men up here, but few of these fools have barricaded themselves in some kind of makeshift jail. I'm taking them out one at a time, but any assistance would be well welcomed.
Since I have no hope of getting up there, Clay, I'm going to start opening these boxes and seeing what the fuck is in them.
I will ask the lion to keep an eye on my prisoner and make my way up.
Okay. You open up, you get party masks, you get the costumes and the fireworks and stuff as you're going. Kakita, it's your turn. And you make your way up. Are you going up crates? Are you going to try to climb the walls? Or are you going to go up the beam?
I'll go up the beam.
Okay, it's going to be a strength athletics check. Unless you want to try to Jackie Chan up it and run up it, then it'll be a reflex athletics. If you don't fall, it's up to you.
Honestly, I think running up it sounds so fucking cool. Okay.
Dude, yes.
Oh my god, okay, got an explosion. Alright, so... Sorry, I mean, I fucking need a calculator with this shit. I'm at a 34 to climb up.
You succeed. Not very beautifully, but you succeed up, and you are on top.
Sweat's dripping off my brow, like the pin sutures are starting to bleed, and I start to hobble over to where I can see the Emerald Magistrate. You tell me you have some men pinned, and that you would need a hand taking them out. I look over at the bodies, some of them crippled, thrown over, broken, and bashed. Seems as if you have the matter well at hand. Where should I focus my attention?
And I'll turn back and look at you with this door broken down open in front of me, and I'll say, there's a man inside with some kind of bow. There's another door. I can hear chanting coming behind it, and there were footsteps on the roof. If we can both go in there at the same time, we can probably overtake it.
And I start to speak loudly. I'll nod my head in agreement, but I'll say, why don't we just burn them where they stand?
I'll think to myself, I'll say, no, I couldn't do that.
Plus, you endanger the city.
And then I'll be like, or could I? And I'll say that really loud.
Very good.
So we going in, man? What are we doing?
As
Yeah.
you guys are going in, I'm going to cut to the end. Coda, what was your perception investigation?
18.
18. You and I need to roll initiative real quick. And if you are spot enough, if you get it, even with your penalty, I'll let you act before she does. But basically, she's going to sever her binds with the blade, the little blade she had, concealed that nobody found. And it looks like either she's going to run or attack you. Looks like
Okay,
she's
I got a 28.
I don't know if I can. Well, I'm a Bayushi school. Little scorpion.
Well, there goes.
Who would
my
have thought the scorpions have no honor, even in surrender?
Ah,
Yeah, there goes my Shibari extracurricular activity. Damn it!
I gave the lion one task. One task.
she got a 38. She escapes
Well,
and she yells out, Kikita. What is your first name? Kikita.
Mine is Kiku.
Kiku. Yeah, she'll say Kikita Kiku. I'll remember this. The Oni doesn't take your soul. I will. And she limps out, makes it to the door. Kyle, now you can respond. She doesn't get too
And
far.
I will say, you've already taken my heart.
She's too far down.
no, fuck that, man. I'm not going to worry about her. She's wounded.
You don't worry about her. She leaves.
Well, I mean, she's wounded, and she looks like she's just been in a fight. So if she runs across any Thunder Guard to anybody, they're going to have some fucking questions.
That's true. You let her go if she escapes.
But man, my extracurricular activity, dude.
So Clay,
Yeah.
this very severely wounded lion is going to try to climb up the fucking post. And it's going to look, you ever seen, I know you have for sure, where you have a child trying to like climb on a beam the first time or trying to climb a ladder for the very first time. And they're real fucking shaky.
So
He's
you're
gonna be like on his
to
hands.
get up there.
Yeah, he's going to be on his like hands and knees, taking it extremely slow.
Okay. With that, I will cut the difficulty. And then we will start above, go back up and start the above.
Okay, because this is actually going to be unskilled. So it's a strength because he's doing this based on his strength, not his agility.
Okay.
So 3K3, no explosions allowed. Let's hope to God this works. A 13.
You succeed. Though it's going to take you 2 rounds to do it. This round and next round to do it before you safely and calmly get up the way. You're now back on top.
Everyone else is just hearing this happen.
Kikita, it is your turn. Or actually, the crab. I didn't do him, and then we'll start back on top. Yes?
Just to save time, I'm going to assume I stay in defense.
Okay.
I'm going to try to hunker down, so if anyone tries to come with like bow or anything, they can't shoot me as easily. And that just saves you a headache of having to ask me what I'm doing.
Roger that. Okay, Crab, it's your turn before we start back on top.
Okay, so now with some backup, I am just gonna rip through the door and Tetsubo the man that's hiding on the other side.
Okay.
Here we go. Ooh, that wasn't very impressive. 27.
It is successful.
Man, I'm loving how these guys are not very well armored. This is helping me out a lot.
These are guards. Theon, you got this.
Freaking scorpions. They don't know what's up. Okay. Okay, so that's 30 damage.
He's still up. He's gritting and bearing it, but he's still up. We're now back on top. Kikita.
I will run in, blade drawn, sword dripping from my arms, and slash the one I see in the head.
Okay. That's the one that the crab was attacking. Go ahead.
Okay.
So just for visual sake, I've got him like pressed up against the wall with the Tetsubo.
And I'm going to come up against this wall and chop firewood. Oh! That's 2 explosions. Okay. I'm at a 42 to hit.
You succeed in hitting.
All right. Damage. I rolled another explosion.
Yes, you do. If it explodes.
All right. So that'll be 38 points of damage.
You beat him.
I slide my blade in like halfway. Do I kill him?
Yes, you do.
All right, I slide my blade halfway into his skull, and you hear like this dull shunk, almost like you sink a knife into a sponge. And I pull it out real slow, and I look over at the Emerald Magistrate. Let's kill them all.
And as you say that, let's kill them all, you hear a thump. And we will see what happens.
Oh my God, what happened?
Does a 47 hit? Mr. Chiquita.
I think everyone here is bound.
And
Me?
it's you. You just killed the man. You
I
ran
don't
in.
I don't know what my armor does. Oh, is it the
25.
magistrate or me?
You killed
Oh,
the
yeah,
last
yeah.
guard. So this is what happens. You slice in him. You kill him, eviscerating him. You turn the Emerald Magistrate. Let's kill them all. And the Emerald Magistrate's looking at you. You're looking at him. And then all of a sudden, there's a bead in your forehead. The Emerald Magistrate looks a little deeper, and it starts to grow as if something is growing from it. The arrow, with the attack of 47 and 15 damage, hits you.
Oh. What?
What is your hit points at 15?
1 second, my man.
It's only going to be 12 total damage because of reduction.
Or 12?
1 sec, 1 sec. And it's 15 damage?
15.
It'll be 12 after your reduction.
12 after your armor.
Okay, 1 sec. Oh, that I am dead. That is 68. I only had 67.
If you want to describe your death, you can. But this arrow is aimed like a sniper.
My head pops like a water balloon. It drenches all down the front of the Emerald Magistrate, on his face, his armor, and his clothes.
Emerald Magistrate, this happens. Just you are covered in blood. And he falls upon you, his body linking against you before it falls. The last guy says he's freaking out, but he's doing another arrow. He's got probably 15 or 16 more, thinking he's protected. The crab or the lion is still climbing up. What are you going to do, Crab?
So I turn now. There's bars in between us, correct?
Correct.
What are the is this like iron?
Correct. What is your earth?
My earth is 4.
You think you may be strong enough to do something about it?
Okay, so when the blood splatters on me and he falls, I was like right in the middle of about to shake my head and say yes, and then my facial expression goes blank, and I see his body crumple before me like a origami crane, and my gauntlet starts to shake, and I squeeze my fingers really tight, and I say, "No, that man, you shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. He was a mistake." But he died like a samurai. And I'll turn and I'll go fucking for those bars with my bare hands. I'm gonna try to tear them open. Fucking Casada style.
Very nice. So go ahead and give me athletic strength. Tell me what you get.
Okay. Now, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do this because it makes sense. I don't care what the fucking outcome of it is. I want to tap 2 Void from Void Dragon.
Oh, don't need to roll. Just describe what you do.
Okay, so I'm gonna tap 2 Void, and you imagine like shadow starts to like beat off of my armor a little bit, and I suck light from the room. And I'm gonna fucking run over and grab the 2 bars and just rip this massive gap in them as you hear them moan and force my body through it.
I was hoping for the Jackie Chan treatment, where you kind of like slide through the fucking bars.
Oh no. And with the armor going nutso and this light being sucked from the room, I'm gonna say in a really dark voice, "You fear an Oni. You should fear me."
And
Who are you,
since
fucking Batman?
and since it's his turn, he drops the bow. His hands are shaking unbelievably. Akimono, he says as he wets himself and just passes out. He falls down at your feet. Bars have been ripped out. I mean, he's probably impaled himself a little bit on what you've done. And he's hurting, but he is out, scared shitless. Now, I imagine you've read Death Dealer. You've got your helm on and everything else. You see extra light coming from where you're looking. And just you feel this pain in your eyes. You feel the pain in your body as it swells and heaves. As this massive amount of energy, this ki or chi, however you want to say it, and who's ever watching, it just infuses your bodies and your tendons and your veins just bulge as you did that, and you're standing there flaring at him like some mad demon. And it just slowly calms down. And the last thing you remember before calming is the smell of blossoms. In your head, you see the vision just kind of ripped in there because you pulled so much. And you see Void Dragon doing unspeakable things with Mistress, the concubine of Fulin. But he's also looks like he's been flayed a few times and put back together. And that's when you snap out of it and you're back. And when you're back, you don't know what's going on, but there's a bloody mess of where this body used to be. And there's nothing around except ichor and blood and armor bits and whatnot. And at that same moment, limping in, tired, he's got it in, is a Kodo from the door, from the doorway of the initial room, and he doesn't see anything but except your back heaving. And that's where we'll end it for tonight.
Oh boy, we're in trouble, guys. We're in a lot of trouble.
Thank you for playing. Thank you for watching, and I'll end the broadcast.